All right. It's starting. You don't have your mic on. There it is. No, it's not.
On.
There it is. All right, let's. All right. How's it going? I didn't open my beer yet.
Got a beer, coffee, water.
A beer, a coffee, and why is your shit? I think you have to talk closer to it.
I'm just so close.
Yeah,
Okay.
it sounded good last time. I've got a surprise for you though.
What's that?
I've got a surprise.
Okay.
It's podcast related.
Okay. You didn't get a box, did you?
No, I didn't get a box. I'll let you open this. It's in a bag that used to have a paintbrush in it.
Oh, great.
So there's dried paint on the bag just to conceal it. It was the only bag I could find. I went in the back room and found a bag that had paint on it.
I saw, like, you guys have plenty of plastic bags.
Yeah, I
upstairs.
know. I didn't want to run upstairs.
You just wanted to put this in a paint-filled bag.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't really conceal what it is, but like if you can't see what's in it like that, if I go like that, did I do it fast enough? Yeah. All right. I'm going to let you open it on stream. Make sure it's on camera though. You can't see the cam. Here, I'll put this over so we can see. All right. So I've got one.
Oh,
So you,
pop screen.
yeah, so you can pick which color you want and put it on your microphone. You want green? One for green? I'm gonna unmute your mic while you do that. There you go.
What do these actually do?
They're windscreens. So it keeps like your breath from making like pop noises on the
That's
microphone. So I mean you can really put your mouth up to it. I'm gonna be loud doing this, but
Bummed out.
you don't have to worry about going and like blowing out people's ears.
Okay.
Yeah. It's really bothering me though. Can you pull like the top of it back a little bit? Yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's real good. Now you got a green microphone. So, this is podcast number 2. I had fun doing the first one.
Yeah.
I got a little too drunk
Yep.
at the end.
Uh-huh.
Well,
Kept going with it too.
we went too long
Uh-huh.
and I got too drunk.
Uh-huh.
So,
I just got really tired.
yeah.
I ate that entire bag of Takis on.
Did you really?
What? Well,
Those shitty Takis?
Yeah, I mean, I ate a lot of them. I was grabbing like just legit handfuls and just like mashing them in my mouth. It's just because they were so bad.
Yeah.
that, like I didn't have to have respect. For
Yeah.
the taste of
I mean,
it.
I would probably eat them on the way home too. Just like fucking chow down on them.
It's kind of the only like bag of food I've ever thrown away without finishing it.
Oh, you
I
didn't
guess
fit?
I
Wait, I
lied by saying I finished them all the way home. I finished a large proportion of
okay. Yeah, you
And
you ate a
threw,
lot of
like,
them.
a fourth of the bag away because I just didn't need it anymore. It's just like dirt and burned tortilla.
Yeah, that is kind of gross when you get one of those. Another thing I noticed was that your volume sounded a lot better than mine. But what I noticed was I was doing a lot of this. So I was away from the microphone a lot. So I'm gonna try and do better this time around.
Green color green.
Yeah, it is green. Yeah, I just spilled beer on my shirt and iPad. Another thing was a lot of the volume. I didn't watch too much of it.
Watch 4.
I watched probably about an hour of it. John said he watched all 4 hours. So hi, John. Hope you're doing okay in that hurricane, buddy. That hurricane is actually just like at this moment making landfall on Florida. We have a friend in Florida. He lives somewhere near Orlando, I want to say.
Fuck to everybody.
And yeah, he told me he was staying. I don't. He said he's mainland, so I don't know what that really means for Florida and a hurricane, but yeah. So some of the video volume was pretty loud too. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually I'm gonna turn down the audio for the stream, not for us. So just as it's broadcasted out, the volume from my computer will be lower. So that'll be useful. I'm just trying to get this stream on my iPad. I could have done this while we were prepping. So did you walk away from the stream feeling like you enjoyed yourself? I know you told me at one point it probably wasn't a stream you would watch yourself.
Oh hell no, I
Like-
did not watch it myself.
Well, right. Well, the way you said it, I gathered like you wouldn't watch it just as like a viewer, even not the fact that you were like producing the podcast. Yeah.
Impressed by what.
Yeah. I'm kind of hoping to get away from that at some point. Maybe not entirely, but it's kind of sketchy which videos you can and can't use. But there was we talked about this because I saw you last weekend. We didn't have a podcast last weekend, but I did see you, and I talked about H3H3 Productions had a major lawsuit that was filed against them like two years ago. And they won that. We should watch that video, actually, since we know it's legal. But, yeah, speaking of production value, our first video, let me get this going, is actually... I lost the window. Our first video is a collaboration of... There it is. It's called My First Video, and it's just 2 minutes of people's first video. So this is like the lowest production value you can get. So I wanted you to see low production. Yeah, only 179 views. Well, like it's not a bad like it is bad, but it's not like a bad I don't know, compilation. It's just like it's cringy, I guess.
This is gonna be my first video.
Welcome to introduce myself. My name is
Monkey Man. I'm gonna do a whole bunch of fun stuff.
Vlogs, reactions, and and about stuffed animals. So it's about
Stuffed animals.
main topics.
I feel like
So yeah.
I'll go from there. Hopefully, I'll be able to post a video every day here.
You notice they're all really bad audio.
Talking
And it's comfy, so that's why.
Yeah, and they're also a bunch of like teenagers.
doesn't help.
Are there any?
And that was like ages.
It doesn't help this
So just some like quick little facts
this
on
music's
South
over it.
15 from New York.
It's my baby, right? It's my baby.
Crushing this.
I just wanted you to see what kind of production was out there.
I mean,
Subscribe.
you're about
Yeah, you're right on that.
Thank you for watching my video.
Yeah. I thought that was gonna be more interesting than it actually was.
good reaction to that.
I mean, it's terrible.
Reaction.
Yeah. So I just wanted you to know that we're not the bottom. So we're at least not the bottom. Okay. I'm gonna throw out a name, a name somebody calls himself by. Wild Bill. What do you imagine? Wild Bill Hickok. Oh, he is?
Yeah.
I guess that explains. Have you ever seen the channel? You probably haven't because you don't watch fucking YouTube. Hickok 45. He's like the biggest gun channel on YouTube. That explains his name. I thought it was his last name, to be honest.
Could be.
So this guy's channel is like Wild Bill for America or something. So the title is Obama Statues. I didn't realize he had it in the video, but This is some prime real estate here.
Hello everybody, Wild Bill for America here, and I have been sending the new Outlaws Chapel mugs to our new supporters. Thank you guys. That $30
what is he
a
reading?
month is definitely going to help
The
keep us
Vanishing
in business.
You think I don't think he actually read that. I think he owns it. I don't think he read it.
And today, I'm stewing over the malicious tearing down of America's historical monuments by the
So if anyone's not aware, he's referring to the statue being torn down of Robert E. Lee. Robert E. Lee was the leader of the South in the Civil War, the American Civil War. Basically, he was just like, I'm trying to give a too long didn't read version of the Civil War for anyone that's not from America, because I just kind of realized people might not know what the American Civil War is. Yeah, it was basically about, a lot of it was about slavery. South wanted the slaves, North didn't. Right, yeah, people will deny that now. And so there's been a lot of controversy over basically this general. He was a general, right? Robert E. Lee. Yeah. So he was a leader, and basically he's just had this statue, and I imagine there's multiple statues of him, I don't know, but one of them's getting torn down because people are seeing it as unsensible, and people are reacting to it in a very negative way, and Wild Bill for America happens to be one of them.
Head left. But as my mom likes to say, every dark cloud has a silver lining. And the silver lining in this is that we the people now have good reason to tear down every Obama statue they put up.
Are you aware of any of Obama statues?
Not.
Why are you not getting picked up as much?
No.
Yeah, I mean, you're getting picked up. See, like, that didn't get picked up. Let me lower your noise gate. Right now. Oh, that just made it worse. Right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
We good?
Oh, now you're just like open permanently. That's not good.
No, I don't want that at all.
Oh yeah. Gotta fix that. Sorry, a little bit of. All right, try now.
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably. I just gotta watch your shit.
I will try not to exclaim too loudly.
You're quieter than you were last week, though. For the last stream.
I'll try to fix that as well. This face is really funny. This guy's making.
Yeah, that's
That's
a good O face. Yeah. So he's talking about tearing down Obama statues.
Well, yeah.
Well, Obama was also a president, and he wasn't like the losing leader of a war. Someone at work talked to me about. I mean, she's an avid right winger, and she was talking about like removing the memorials or whatever they have over in Germany. I said, well, they definitely don't have like Nazi statues like honoring Nazi leaders. I said that in Germany, you can be punished for making Nazi like gestures. I'm pretty sure. She's like, well, the Holocaust memorials, the camps are still up. I said, yeah, those are memorials for the people that died in the camps. It's not a memorial for the people that led the camps.
Not commemorating Hitler.
Right. Yeah. It's just funny how like people can't make that distinction.
A little payback might feel good. Well, I'm here today at the Park of Honor in South Daytona. I've done quite a few videos here, and I'm always the only one. I never see anyone else visiting the Park of Honor. Now, I can certainly understand why liberals would avoid any place with honor in its name.
Nuanced. Nuanced opinion right there.
To be honest, around here, and we are a red state right now, Ohio, if you go to any national or any state parks, my guess is there's more liberals there than Republicans.
I'm going to go ahead and say I was
Yeah.
at Hocking Hills, and I saw a whole bunch of people taking photos there with real fancy cameras. So I'm assuming they were liberal.
Yeah.
I don't like them either.
Yeah. I think extremes of any side is pretty annoying.
Too many people have cameras.
Oh, people with cameras. You don't like people with cameras.
Yeah, people with like really fancy cameras.
Huh.
Shooting shots of a waterfall along with 15 other
Right.
shooting shots of the same water.
Yeah.
I took one picture with my... I don't like taking pictures.
Dude, I gotta fix your shit. I don't know why it's still... I don't know what's changed since last week.
It's pretty close to my mouth.
I know. I think you were just talking louder, honestly. Can I put a boost on it? Fuck it. All right.
To a liberal, honor is a disease that they might catch. And if a liberal catches honor, they might accidentally say something nice about President Trump. And that, of course...
How many views does this guy have? How many views? How many subscribers?
He has a lot. He has more than he should. He has 43,000 subscribers.
Jesus
this
Christ.
video, this was made on August 20th.
Not a lot of views, like 3,000.
3,000.
Yeah, that's a following.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I mean he has a lot of videos. They're always short though, so I figured we could hit another one.
Turn their liberal friends into a bunch of screaming baboons who are likely to give them an Antifa-style butt whooping. So, I understand why there are no liberals here at the Park of Honor. And no John McCain either. But I'm getting off topic.
This guy voted for fucking John McCain.
Yeah, I mean, he did.
Back to the Obama statues. Now, I'm not sure if any exist, but after what the most immoral, lawless, terrorist-supporting, racist president ever did to this...
Yeah, Obama was the most racist president ever.
Not the white guy that's actually racist. But
oh, man. I think I know what's wrong with your mic.
fix it.
I'm going to.
Fix it.
Levels. Put that shit up. See where mine's at. Levels. Yeah. Okay. We should be good now.
Fix it. Fix it.
Yeah, you got it. We're good.
All right.
Fucking in the clear.
You missed all my good lines.
Huh?
You missed all my good one-liners there.
I don't know. I think we caught them. It was just like when you just make like kind of noises. Yeah, like that. Yeah, I know it's picking up now.
Anywhere in the USA would offend millions of decent Americans. And according to the left, if something offends you, you have the right to tear it down. So, keep an eye on the communist jihad sexual perversion centers because that's no doubt where the Obama statues would pop up. Now, this is Wild Bill for America, looking for the first Obama statue to come down. And yeah, I know I'm being a little immature today, but hey, I'm a man, and that means I get to do that once in a while.
What?
Thank you for watching.
There you go.
And America.
What? I'm a man?
Again.
And that gives me the privilege to do whatever the fuck I want. Going back to his book. So we don't have to watch any of his other videos, but I thought his titles were pretty funny because you know exactly what is going to come up. And actually, we are going to end up watching one because he has a new one. That just from the title, I know we need to watch. God's Hurricanes. Down with the Rainbow. I don't know what that could be referencing.
This man does not look good without a cowboy hat.
No,
on.
he has to have a cowboy hat on.
Yeah, he's...
I
don't like him, but good on you for pulling off the cowboy hat.
Yeah, I mean, he runs with the cowboy scene pretty well.
Is that him on a beach?
Yeah, he is on a beach. I wonder where he lives.
2.0, man.
That was just 20 minutes long. Outlaws Chapel.
In a nutshell. And when people look at those 10,
Is he preaching?
they realize that they have broken God's
Yeah, today we get back to the basics of Genesis.
Huh.
Beautiful sermon. God bless you. Thanks, Bill. Nothing like the word of God. Word capitalized. You know what's really funny about the whole like Trump presidency? When
Nothing really.
people are capitalizing the word president. Have you noticed that at all?
You're supposed to always capitalize the word president.
No.
Yeah, you are. I've always thought you're supposed to.
No, I didn't think so.
Yeah.
Is president supposed to...
Why do you have a search box and a address box?
What do you mean?
Like you could just make the thing exist to make all those just one thing.
Yeah, I could do it right here.
So what's the point of the search box being right there? It's precious screen real estate.
It's really not.
Man.
What else is going to go there? A white bar? President's capitalization. This is important because I don't think it's supposed to be capitalized.
You got a good point.
President is capitalized when it becomes immediately before the name of a president. Is not capitalized when it refers to a president, but is not immediately. Okay, so if it's like part of a title, like if it's President Obama, then it's
You capitalize president.
capitalized. But if you're just saying the president is elected, you don't capitalize it. So it's only if it's part of a title. That's good to know.
Yeah. I mean,
We learned a little bit something today, Curveball.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so he's doing a search. I wonder where he's at.
I assume Texas, but maybe Florida, I guess.
No, you're probably right. It probably is Texas. Yeah. Oh, wait. Where did he say he was on that one?
I don't remember.
Let's find.
Something Honor Park, because I know as a liberal,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
understand it.
I need to figure this out.
And I have been sending the new Outlaws Chapel mugs to our new supporters. Thank you guys. That $30 a month is definitely going to help keep us in business.
$30
money.
But today, I'm stewing over the malicious tearing down of America's historical monuments by the knucklehead left. But as my mom likes to say, every dark cloud has a silver lining. And the silver lining in this is that we the people now have good reason to tear down every Obama statue they put up. A little payback might feel good. I'm here today at the Park of Honor in South Daytona.
Yep,
Daytona.
Florida.
I thought,
Florida.
is Daytona in Florida?
Yeah, Daytona's in Florida.
Honor Park, Daytona. I thought Daytona was in. I guess it is in Florida.
Yeah, where did you
I
think
don't,
Daytona
for some reason, I
was?
thought it was in like South Carolina. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
actually going to
clear
be pretty
of it.
good
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the hurricane. You want to watch his hurricane video?
Yeah, I guess so.
That one, he must have just made it.
This one's got less of an AC/DC style to it. His sermon one opened up with like an AC/DC rock
Did it?
song. Yeah.
I really wasn't listening. Let me find it.
I'm not a fan of his black cowboy hat. I think it makes him look too old.
Yeah, that is definitely more like.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Outlaws Chapel on the
Oh
Beach.
God, come on!
Special welcome to
Firefox.
those of you who are joining us via the internet.
Firefox just
Now, we
crashed
haven't
on
had
me.
our beach
There it is.
Well, in the meantime, I figured we could check in with our old friend.
Oh God, let me see if I can pick it up.
Sounds different.
I think it's fake, dude.
You think it's fake
Yeah.
now?
I think it probably was a thing, but I think anything that's happening right now is fake. So, what you're hearing is, what do we call it? The beep?
UVB-76, the buzzer.
Oh, the buzzer. So, during the Cold War, the theory is, or not the theory, I don't know what you want to call it, the story is that this buzzer, I think you should be able to hear it through Curry's phone. I'll get it going here. But in the Cold War, this is like a buzzer that was going out over a radio station, and it was supposed to start, like if it stopped buzzing, that mean that there was, a bomb or something that went off, some sort of nuclear war. There's more story to it than that, but that's a short version of it. So a few years ago, Curry and I started listening to this when we were really drunk, and like we got seriously freaked out by it. I did.
Freaked out. It's interesting.
I got creeped the fuck out, man. But basically, oh, here it says it's been solved after 40 years in 2014.
Boo. I don't want to know.
Okay, we'll just leave it a mystery. But the buzzer's still going to this day, and given the state of the internet, I feel like it's pretty fair to say it's fake.
Well, I mean, especially since I downloaded a widget for my phone that I turn on.
Yeah. I mean, it would be pretty easy to recreate. But there's like videos of like people talking And like this one says a woman scream.
I think that's lying.
You think it's what? Why is... Someone give us a timestamp. Yeah, people are saying there's a TV on in the background.
Yeah.
Because I imagine what it was is it was a machine that was making an audible buzz sound. And to broadcast it, they just had a microphone listening in the room. So that would make sense why there would be a TV there. Okay, I'm not going to wait for the woman to scream. But yeah, it's interesting. I don't know if it's... Is there even a need for it anymore? Why would the Russians continue doing that? Like, there's so many different, like, better ways to do it. All right, let's listen to God's Hurricanes.
Hello, everybody. And yes, I know that's a racist thing to say, but hey.
Hello, everybody. That's a racist thing? I didn't realize that was a racist thing.
It's not.
It's not. You're right.
This guy's just a dick.
Fucking tool.
Yeah, he's not a good dude. But I am super happy about every time you pause this stream because you're just knocking it out of the park with funny faces.
I am?
Look at this guy.
Oh, this dude. Yeah. He should definitely keep the hat on. I would like his badges. He's got the flag on over his heart.
Mm-hmm.
And a cross. Really, the cross should be over his heart because God before everything, right?
I don't know.
That's what they say.
I think that's a Templar shield. I assume this guy's a Templar.
Is that... What do you think that's representative of?
I don't know. Jesus.
Well, it's kind of it's a vest. Do you think it's like a biker vest?
It looks like a biker vest, yes.
It does look like a biker vest.
But this guy looks like he probably wears a lot of vests.
Yeah, he does. You think he's part of a biker gang, or you think he just wears a vest? I think he just wears a vest.
I think he wears a vest.
Yeah.
Is it like a what? Is it a cut? Is it leather?
Yeah, it's definitely leather. There's no way he's going to wear like a fucking linen vest. I don't think so. I think he's better than that.
This guy's the worst.
He's pretty bad.
Hello, anyway. Wild Bill for America here, and I'm monitoring the hurricane and making preparations to survive the Category 5 hurricane that's going to hit us this weekend. Houston got hit a few weeks ago, and now this one, the most powerful storm ever recorded in the Atlantic. And believe it or not, another storm is coming up right behind this Category 5. The Pacific Northwest is not in the hurricane belt, but they are burning up with huge forest fires. And there's serious talk about nuclear war with North Korea.
So far, everything, well, except for the racist comment, so far everything he said is true.
I mean, yeah.
So he's talking about the hurricane. At the time he recorded this, it probably was a Category 5. Right now it's a 3, actually. But it's expected to go back. I believe it's supposed to go back up into a 5 once it starts making the jump from the eye from Cuba to Florida. Should hit as a 5, I think.
The Bible tells us that in the end days there will be wars and rumors of wars and natural disasters, such as earthquakes and such. And a lot of people are beginning to ask questions about God and divine judgment.
People are just now starting to ask questions. Can you think of any scenario where the world ends and there isn't basically a bunch of war and crazy shit going on? So is that really a prophecy or just like, yeah, shit's gonna go down when the world ends.
But I mean, unless like a comet hits us,
right?
Then I don't think I think there's just always been war.
Yeah, but I guess at this point we're gonna be in a state where we can realize that the comet is coming for us, or the asteroid, I guess. Because a comet's just something that's floating around space, right? An asteroid is something that's gonna hit the Earth.
I don't really know. I mean, drop that knowledge on me if you got it, but I know.
I know there's a distinction between the two.
Do asteroids, do they live outside of? I don't know. What's an asteroid? What's a comet?
An asteroid is just anything that's gonna make contact with the Earth.
Okay.
A comet, it's an oxymoron to say that a comet is anything that's gonna hit the Earth. If it becomes an asteroid at that point.
So all asteroids are comets, but not all comets.
Yeah,
are
and then
asteroids.
there's meteor. So maybe
What's
I'm
a
getting one of
meteor?
those mixed up. I know a comet will never touch Earth though.
Okay.
Maybe in like a billion years it might, but not to human knowledge. Then if they think it's going to hit Earth at some point, then it becomes a meteor or an asteroid. I'm not sure which one. It might be a meteor.
So let me try to give a little biblical perspective on that.
Good.
Is God bringing judgment upon the USA?
No.
Yes.
Simple answer, yes, he is. Nothing.
Okay, so
I answered right. You answered wrong.
so let's say God like actually is punishing the human race, right?
Uh-huh.
Aren't there countries that don't praise a Christian God like at all? So what? Wouldn't they punish those, or wouldn't God punish those countries before punishing one where something like 48% of the population identifies as a Christian?
You're asking the wrong guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have an excuse for that.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, I've heard this before, that like God's attacking or punishing us for our sins, kind of thing. But it's like, no. First of all, but like, if he was, there's probably more sinful places to do it than the U.S., like where they don't even identify as Christians. Don't you think?
I got nothing deeper to say to that. This man is just an idiot.
Happens without God directing it, and for years, people who know and understand the scriptures have been warning America that this was coming. I believe it was Billy Graham's wife, Ruth, who once said, "If God does not soon judge America, he will have to apologize
religious scholar,
to Sodom and Gomorrah."
Billy Graham's wife, Ruth.
Now, there are three things that are guaranteed to bring down the hammer of God's judgment upon a nation. One is sexual
God have a
immorality.
hammer?
The story of Sodom and Gomorrah.
Is God Thor?
Is Thor's hammer justice?
I don't know. I don't think he has a hammer. I think he just like tosses lightning bolts.
God does?
Yeah.
That was...
Oh, that's Zeus.
That's Zeus.
Fuck.
That's a god.
Yeah. I don't know. What does... I guess God uses hurricanes. That's what Wild Bill's telling us. We need to listen to Wild Bill. Actually, I think I'm just done with this video.
Yeah, I don't really think we need to listen to Wild Bill.
We know where it's going.
We dunked on this man enough already.
Yeah.
Get your cowboy hat back on.
Yeah, he does need that.
I think they should get rid of the $10 bill.
The $10 bill.
I think they should get rid of it.
What? Why?
Because why have it?
Because you need something between $5 and $20.
Why? You just use 2 5s and that's a 10.
It's less physical currency.
But I mean, it's only less by 1. Just use 2 5s.
Well, right, but the amount of 5s would triple then to make up for the same amount of currency.
How's that?
Because you would still have the amount you'd have of 5s.
Uh-huh.
And then you would need to make up for all the 10s.
Okay.
So you'd have to...
Double the amount?
No.
Why triple?
You would triple the current amount of 5s in circulation.
Why?
Because it takes 2 5s to equal a 10.
Okay.
So you'd have those 2 5s.
Uh-huh.
So, okay. So I have $15, a $10 bill, and a $5 bill, right?
Uh-huh.
That $10 bill would have to be split into 2 $5 bills.
Okay.
So to have $15, I'd have
Alright.
to have 3 $5 bills.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
But there's probably... I don't know if there... I would assume there's more value. Like, there's more economic value in $10 bills than there are $5 bills.
Well, I mean, just by math, that's true because
Or-
a $10 bill is worth more economically than a $5.
Well, right,
bill.
but I'm just gonna throw out some bullshit numbers. Do you think
Okay.
there's like 1 million $5 bills and 500,000 $10 bills?
I think there's a lot less $10 bills than there are $5 bills.
Do you think there's more than or less than half?
I did not see a lot of $10 bills in my time in working in a bank.
I never knew $10 bills could be so controversial.
They're not
Who's
controversial.
on 'em?
I was kind of wondering that too.
Hamilton. Because going back to the statue thing, I did hear that like Hamilton was a slave owner.
Yeah,
So
I mean, they kind of all were.
yeah, the right was saying like we need to remove him from the bills because he was a slave owner or something. And someone else, George Washington probably, not Abe Lincoln.
No,
Everyone fucking loves Abe
No,
Lincoln.
I mean, I don't think Washington should be on the $1 bill. I think he should have got I don't understand why Andrew Jackson gets the 20. Andrew
Yeah.
Jackson gets to be the most popular dollar bill.
Like, what is
dollar
Andrew Jackson
denomination.
known for?
Being really racist and killing a lot of Indians.
Didn't he duel someone?
Yes, he did. I believe he won.
Yeah, he probably owns a 20.
He was known as Old Hickory because he would hit people with his hickory cane.
If he dueled somebody, and he was a president,
Mm.
he probably earned that $20 bill.
I mean, I don't think it was that uncommon. Was it Alexander
What? I don't
Hamilton?
know.
Alexander
That's the only
Hamilton
duel I've heard of.
was a vice president.
That he dueled?
Alexander Hamilton was a vice president, I believe, that was in a duel.
I don't know.
I think just duels are a lot more common.
Yeah, you're probably right on that. But like, I guess Benjamin Franklin is well known. Who's on the 50? Grant?
You know, I don't know.
I think it's Grant. Here, I'm gonna use the main URL.
Well, I
bar
mean,
for
there's
you.
no reason to not use it. There's no reason to have a second box to search in. We've gotten rid of the
Yeah,
second.
Ulysses S. Grant.
Oh,
I don't
no,
really know what he did either.
He got that book named after him.
Yeah,
I've never
he
read that book.
has a like epic name. That's
Uh-huh.
about it.
Mm-hmm.
He has a pretty healthy beard too on the bill. But yeah, there's a bunch of presidents I don't really know what they did. Like George Washington, he's the first president. It makes sense why he's on the one.
I think you could get rid of 50s as well.
I could see getting rid of 50s before 10s.
I think 10s can go. 10s can go. 50s can go.
So
I think pennies, if they try to get rid of the penny, that's just the economy trying to screw you. Because that means every business gets 4 more pennies.
what if they just stop calculating in pennies?
And I think they're going to round up no matter what. We get charged 4 more pennies for whatever we're paying for.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That is weird. Like, what would happen if they eliminated a penny and instead of like having like 100 cents in a dollar, just have like 10 cents in a dollar? And
Mm-hmm.
well, then your quarters would be fucked.
I mean, I think you should keep.
Your quarters would be.
You should. Well, I don't think you should get rid of any of it because that means you're only stuck in $5 denominations and like you can't make change for every single like denomination or every single amount that you would think of. You got to have a 1 digit like to kind of round to even everything out, and like the idea of getting rid of the penny, like you're just get rid of the dime, get rid of the tens. Well, I'm like, I think
it's so weird because that's definitely an idea you've had before you walked in my house.
Yeah, I was thinking about it when I was driving over here. I was thinking about it when I worked at the bank. Like, I would get 10s, and nobody would want 10s besides businesses. And businesses always ordered more 5s and 10s. Like, why don't you just order twice the amount of 5s to cover for the 10s? Because you're like in the end, you're only given that maximum 2 5s or 3 5s to get to 15.
Yeah.
And like, that's only $1. That's a bill difference again.
For retail, that does make a difference though, because that's a lot of.
You get 2 trays of 5s instead of 1 tray of 5s and 1 tray of 10s. You get 2 trays of 5s.
More shit to count.
I don't know. We had a counter.
I mean, yeah, but then like if you have a stack of 10s, and now you have to count 2 stacks of 5s. So it's
double
the counting.
Yeah, I mean, so what? Put it through a counter.
I've never thought about it before.
It's not that hard to count 100 of something. Get rid of the 10s. Make it all 5s. Keep the 1s. Keep the 20s. Get rid of the 50s. Keep the 100s.
All right, I made 2 categories.
Get rid of paper money in general, I guess, is my thing.
I could see that.
Yeah. This is the first time I've had money in my wallet, and I got that money from returning a couple of brush rolls and selling books. I sold like 100 pounds of books and got $12 for it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's $12 more.
Is that money you got from the hardware store last week?
$8 as well. Yeah, that's money I got from the hardware store.
Yeah, at work we have like a lottery that we pitch in for,
Mm-hmm.
and it's the only time I ever use cash. So I always like forget when I need cash.
You should just ask somebody to just like install a card reader on their phone.
Yeah,
Or don't play the lottery.
yeah. Like I kind of regret doing it now, but like I just don't want to go through the inconvenience of like telling people like I'm just not gonna do this anymore. So it's just kind of a tradition that I'm not like entirely thrilled about.
How many bucks you have to spend a week on that?
2.
It's what, 52 weeks in a year? That's $104 you're spending.
Yeah.
It's not crazy, but
No, it's not absurd, but like
it's a little less than the Netflix subscription.
yeah. And kind of how I look at it is
I got
is
you.
if
Go on. I just realized I need to cancel my HBO Now subscription. It's gonna renew, and I don't have any shows to watch.
oh.
I didn't need
The
to
way
put
you were
that
leaning
out.
forword,
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna go cancel it like right now, like
No,
you were gonna
God,
run
no.
away and go cancel it. I was
It
like,
doesn't
what?
expire until the 17th.
Yeah, I need to cancel mine too, because I mean, you really only need it for Game
Paid
of Thrones.
$30 to watch Game of Thrones, and I still haven't watched the season finale.
$30.
Yeah, $16 for 2 months.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right.
Game of Thrones sucks.
I enjoyed it.
I read about the books and the differences too. Those books seem like they seem like they're terrible as well.
Why?
Because I did not know Catelyn came back as a zombie and was a major character.
She wasn't a major character.
Okay.
She showed up in like an epilogue. She had a character, a chapter, a focal chapter of her perspective chapter
Huh.
of her as Stoneheart at the end of the 3rd book. I think it was right after the Red Wedding.
Okay.
And it was like theorized that Arya saw her, and then like that was it.
Seems really dumb.
Yeah. So I'm glad they didn't do anything with it because I think it's really dumb.
But it's
Like-
still there, and he's
Yeah.
still like, I need to keep
Oh,
this.
I
in my-
mean, if he does finish the book, she's coming back. There's no bones about it. I'm not happy about it because I was pretty happy when she died, but yeah, she's definitely coming back. I don't know, I forget who else. It's been a long time since I've read the books. Stoneheart is bullshit though.
They seem all really kind of dumb. I got through maybe 3/4 of the first one.
Yeah, the first one was the worst one.
Really?
Yeah, by far. Definitely. Because it was just all character development.
Yeah.
I mean, I really enjoyed the second one. The fourth one, what I didn't like about the fourth and the fifth one was he started splitting up characters. So you missed entire characters through an entire book because the fourth and fifth book took place at the same time.
Uh-huh.
I didn't like that.
It's the Tolkien way of doing things.
Yeah. I'm gonna move on to the next video. I've got two different types of videos. We've got what I call the real talk videos.
Yeah, we've been nailing the real talk.
So those are ones we actually have like I feel like we should have a lot to say on, and then stupid topics.
Mm-hmm.
So this takes place at a theme park, and this is actually at Cedar Point, which is up in Sandusky near Lake Erie. And this is just mind blowing to me. This is Top Thrill Dragster. So basically, you're supposed to be like a drag car, and you start at nothing. I guess you'll see it, but you fly. I don't forget how fast you go.
This thing's fun.
You're gonna go 0 to 120 miles an hour in 4 seconds, and this is the worst part of the ride. When you're just sitting here and waiting, knowing what is about to happen to you.
So I'm guessing this is like a local news station or something.
Kind of feels like you're waiting 108 years. Yeah, it does. Right? We know that feeling. It's yeah. Oh.
I would never do this.
Are you kidding me? You've never ridden this thing?
No.
We rode this thing twice a couple weeks ago. This thing is crazy fun.
Could you imagine?
I mean, that's what we would hope for. Like when it first opened up, we would hope it would roll back.
Why?
You gotta get sent up again.
Yes! 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 Yes!
This guy knows what's up. He's excited about it.
Yeah, he is. He's super fucking stoked.
I'd be super
dude.
stoked about it.
Dude, he's so excited. He's yelling down to people he doesn't know down there. Oh, the camera crew. He doesn't know them.
Oh, here we go.
So they're taking off a second time.
That part freaks you out because you hear it.
Are we going? No.
So at this point, wouldn't you be worried like something's wrong with this roller coaster?
Nah, I mean it just happens so much.
It does happen that much.
I mean it used to. I think they've kind of nailed it down now. I've ridden it about maybe 12 times or so in my life and never really. I don't think it ever once kind of rolled back.
You don't think it's planned?
No.
This ride is just.
Why would they plan that? They would hold up so many lines.
It creates extra hype. Like obviously, you hope for it. He was excited about it.
Yes.
That's funny.
So now this is what happens when it comes down. You go straight down.
Oh yeah.
Straight up, straight down.
Uh huh. So is this just this year? It's after the Cubs won the World Series. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Seems really.
It is kind of bizarre. Yeah, May 11th, 2017.
You got to come to Ohio and rub that. In
Yeah,
Ohio's
and it's
face.
kind of funny because Sandusky's. It's not Cleveland, but it's close to Cleveland.
Yeah, it's close enough to Cleveland.
Yeah, it's driving distance to Cleveland. But I don't know. I could see how it could be planned. And especially if it's going to be broadcasted, and it creates hype. What?
Everything's just a concept. I don't know if you're doing this on purpose or not.
I'm just.
It's not a conspiracy. They're not doing shitty with the roller coaster so it rolls back so people get excited for it. I'm sure they wanted to send that thing up and make it go around in one shot.
I feel like they wouldn't make a roller coaster if they had doubt that it wasn't going to work.
It's not that it doesn't work. They know what happens.
It doesn't always work.
I mean, it's not that it doesn't work. It rolls back. They have brakes in place for
Yeah.
it, and they just shoot you up again. It's a contingency plan. It was always an issue with the thing. Man, you can't just shrug and say conversation over. You're wrong about it. People aren't doing that on purpose. Just like people aren't rigging sports on purpose.
Going back to the sports.
You keep saying stupid things.
I think this is significantly less stupid than my opinion on sports.
I mean, your opinion on sports is really stupid. So even being significantly less stupid is still pretty damn stupid.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I don't think so, but I'm just done talking about it.
Yeah, you should be. I'm done too. But I'm not letting it go.
So I know. Oh, this has been removed. Okay.
Oh, that's too bad.
I guess I don't even know if it's really worth talking about. So we can bring it up, I guess. Joel, we probably should have done this earlier on religion and the hurricane, but Joel Osteen basically. Oh, there it is. Oh, this is a different one. This is back when Harvey was hitting Texas. And it's not even that Joel was saying, his church was flooded. It's just someone drove by his church and said, hey, it's not flooded. Why are you not taking people in? And people were really pissed at Joel. And I don't really think Joel is an admirable person. I'm not a fan of religion, but I'm definitely not a fan of like these super churches. But I can kind of sympathize with why he wouldn't open up his church while the city was flooding.
Why?
Don't you think that's a huge liability issue? If you open up your church as I guess that was just a drive-by. If you open up your church as a refugee center for people in a flooding city, and you're in a natural event, you don't know how bad it's going to be flooding more. So if your church starts getting flooded, then it becomes a liability issue, I would think. That's kind of how I see it.
I don't know how insurance works during a hurricane. I just assumed if he said, I'm going to open this place up, it's not really on you.
Well, I mean, it is. I mean, imagine if a chandelier fell on someone, right?
I guess so.
That's considered, if I guess that's, I don't know what that wouldn't be considered an act of God. It would somehow be put on the developers or whoever, but his organization would ultimately be liable for it. It's kind of like why private pools, you have to have a fence all the way around it.
If that's the case, then he probably should have said that instead of saying his church was flooded.
He didn't, though.
No.
It's just someone walked by, saw it wasn't flooded, and made a video about it saying, like, why isn't this open?
Huh. I thought he said it was flooded.
No, I don't think so. I can't imagine he's that stupid. I mean, he's clearly a businessman. He's not a...
Yeah, that's for sure.
I don't think he's as religious as he claims to be. He's more of a businessman.
I would doubt that he's as religious as he claims.
Yeah. He's in it to make money. He's not in it to praise God. So
makes a lot of money.
That's the thing, is it was a business decision to not open it.
Yeah. Kind of the thing.
You wouldn't expect a Walmart to be open during a flooding situation like that.
Yeah. But I mean, do other churches, were they open during this? I want to say yes, probably a lot of churches were open.
Yeah, you're probably right. But
like, his place is a church, it's not a Walmart.
I think it's more, I see it more of a business than a church. I know a lot of the patrons don't see it that way.
I mean, it's still a church. Like, by like probably the zoning laws, it's still probably a church.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Still a
I mean,
nonprofit organization.
Yeah, you're right there.
So,
yeah, just from a business perspective, I see why I didn't open it, but that's that. I don't know what this video is.
That guy does not look trustworthy at all.
Joel Osteen?
Yeah,
he looks sketchy as fuck.
He looks like a rat man.
He something about his hair.
Beady eyes, his long face.
Yeah. What does... Oh, Joe Rogan was talking about it. Yeah, fuck Joe Rogan.
Yeah, I don't really
you don't like Joe
dude.
Rogan?
No, I don't like him that much.
I guess I do like him. Did you know he used to think the moon landing was faked?
Idiot.
I'm gonna get one over beer.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, because he's big on conspiracy theories too.
Idiot.
He used to think the moon landing was fake, but now he believes it happened. And I forget what happened that made him change his mind back. But one of the guys he has on his podcast still thinks it's faked. He thinks, I mean, every conspiracy out there, he's a flat earther. That's terrible. What is it about flat earthers that if they're a flat earther, they like subscribe to every conspiracy theory? Have you ever noticed that?
Because they're idiots.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
So if you're going to believe the earth is flat, you're probably going to believe a bunch of other stupid shit too.
Yeah, but they're always fans of like the Illuminati or is it First World Order? Is that like the
I don't know.
The major, like the Illuminati, but maybe not alien controlled. I know like a big part of the Illuminati is that they're like an alien or some other race. But there's conspiracy basically where all of the world leaders are part of one organization and they're conducting things appropriately. Like Obama was part of that. And for some reason, none of it targets Trump.
Well, he's obviously not part of it. They're not gonna bring in that that loose cannon in.
Yeah.
That's why everybody voted for him, man. He's not a party to the deep state.
I love this video. So this guy's doing a prank. This guy right here with the balloons.
Uh-huh.
Get some bananas.
Is this Jesus-looking guy smoking a blunt? He's on the Bible. Wait. Okay, so he's walking by. He just throws up his blunt to this guy in the wheelchair. He's clearly homeless. He's already smoking a cigarette in one hand. He's like, "Oh shit, what is this?" takes a hit. It's better if you watch it again. Okay, so I just want to point out that the prank this guy's doing is that the balloons are carrying this baby away. And this guy just... I don't think he notices the balloons. He notices the balloons. I don't think he realizes the guy was like saying there's a baby tied to him. Watch how he just tosses it. Just tosses it on his lap, a lit joint.
Good point, too. This is yours.
Yeah. I love the pause. Oh. That was funny as fuck. All right. Shit. So, I just want... Last week... I keep saying last week. Really, it's 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
I'm just going to keep calling it last week, though. Just act like it was 1 week in between.
Not sure how that benefits us.
What? Just easier to say than 2 weeks ago.
Say it as like a fortnight.
Yeah, we can use fortnight.
A fortnight
last
ago?
fortnight. Well, we can't say like last fortnight.
A fortnight ago.
I could just say last podcast. That would be easier.
That would be more...
Yeah, like, that would make a lot more sense.
You're always right then.
What do we decide on every other week? Is that something we want to hold true to?
That's about all I'm willing to give.
Dedicate to? Okay. Yeah, so we're planning on doing it every other week. I imagine we'll keep doing it on Saturdays. I don't know, because football games might make it hard. You probably care about that more than I do.
Yeah, somewhat.
I kind of wanted to watch tonight's game, though, because it's supposed to be pretty good, since they're playing like number 5 or something.
We know how it goes. Last time I watched football here, we didn't even bother.
Well, it was a shitty game.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Because they got their fucking asses handed to them.
They sure did.
So last podcast, one of the videos we talked about, and this was when I talked to John. John is a friend of ours that watched the video and called and talked about it. But he was talking about the First Amendment audit. So last podcast, I showed a video where we had an audit that didn't go so well. Dude got arrested.
Can't wait to watch another one of these things.
So this is what one looks like when it goes basically how the cops should handle it. What?
These things are the worst.
So this is by the Batalzi. I don't know if that's how you actually say the name. He's probably my favorite guy. I like him the most.
Your favorite First Amendment auditor?
Yeah.
You have so many to choose from.
There are a lot.
I know, but like you've watched enough to have an opinion formed on the different ones.
Yeah. I'm telling you, dude. I watch this shit like people watch a fucking I don't know.
It's your TV station?
Yeah, pretty much. If there was a TV station for First Amendment audits, which basically is what I use YouTube for, then I would watch it. So this guy's auditing LCRA. I don't know what this is. I'm just going to go ahead and speed it up to when he makes contact. So 2 cops are walking up to him.
I
can't hear you over the road noise.
Okay, how you doing today?
I'm all right.
I'm Sergeant Snyder with the Lower Colorado River Authority Police. And we had somebody that was just concerned about you videotaping the property over here on this side.
Okay.
There's no law against it, but we just wanted to come and talk to you about it, and as well, let's video each other. Cool. So, just wanted to come and talk to you and find out, what's going on.
Just taking pictures and video out in public. That's it.
I got you. So, is there anything about the LC?
No, we're not gonna watch the entire thing.
Thank God.
It's pretty much. I want to.
You were filming
get to
the facility.
Point right here where you said.
No ill will intend. So.
Cool. Are you from Austin? You from around here?
He's just asking probing questions.
No, you're free to walk off any minute.
You're allowed to do that. That's fine.
Let's go. I'll walk with you.
I'm all right.
Okay, then I'm gonna stand here for a minute. So anyway, where are you from?
And then somewhere down the line he stops. So that's how it's supposed to go. Here's one from. You fucking hate this.
I do hate it.
This is probably the most extreme one. The most extreme one I've seen. And yeah, it's the same guy as last week.
Marshal, you the man in charge?
So he's outside of a federal courthouse. I don't know where. Somewhere in Texas. I'd imagine Houston.
I wish I was, but unfortunately, no.
So these guys,
Okay,
guys aren't like
attacked
street
by
cops.
One of these officers,
Yeah,
physically assaulted.
So they're but they're all in some sort of uniform. So I imagine they're kind of like retired cops. Like a lot of bailiffs, court bailiffs, are technically officers. They can arrest you, but they're not like walking around the streets or anything.
Thrown into the street.
You're a liar.
Oh. This guy gets really aggressive with them.
Like what government officials do it and how they abuse.
Why don't you get out of here?
The thing.
You two idiots, get out of here now. That's what you are, idiots.
I appreciate your opinion, sir.
Yes, sir. Now get out of here. Get off federal property. Before you
He backed me up onto the property.
Get off the property. I think if we were on private property, we would get off the property. Or you're going to be arrested. I'm just saying.
So he was only on private property because he was on this little slab of concrete that technically wasn't the sidewalk. Where they're at right now is the sidewalk, and that's
Is this not public sidewalk?
access.
Get off the property. You're on federal ground.
This is
Step
not public.
off the property. You don't know what the public street is?
I see the public street. Sir, please don't push me out into the street.
Get off the property.
So the guy just
Your
pushed him
mind?
into the
Can I
street.
get a supervisor? Can I get a supervisor?
Bunch of idiots. Y'all got nothing better to get a job.
I have a job. I'm an owner-operator, actually.
You don't even have a job. You're an idiot.
I'm an owner-operator. I own my own business.
So-
Thank you. I don't work for anybody but myself.
Have you called a supervisor?
It's really funny because these guys, they're not used to like being out
Okay,
on patrol dealing with like citizens every day. So at some point, they bring out their boss, which is this thug-looking guy,
How about you give me your ID and then we'll talk?
and he does like
Well,
the typical
I'm a
kind of
good citizen that
thing.
was-
They all refuse to identify themselves at all. This guy walks up. He's just a bystander, walks up and realizes what's
That's
going on.
pretty good.
So he stops and starts recording it. And then what's really funny is there's some bicycle cops that come in.
You know, there's a DHS bulletin
Right here.
out that says that it's perfectly all right for citizens to film federal facilities.
So like way less professional looking. I like the bicycle helmet. but long story short, he comes in and he's like, guys, they're what they're doing is legal. You can't harass them like this. And they basically just call each other names for the remainder of it. That's a good one to watch though if you want to watch the entire video. I suggest watching it, Curry.
Not gonna.
We're not gonna watch it here, but I
Thank
suggest
God.
watching it.
That guy has the perfect voice for the video, like the videos he makes. Just a whiny nerd voice.
It's kind of like lispy almost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But then this leads into this happened last week. Jesus Christ. So these are videos I had prepared for last week, last Saturday, and we didn't get to do it. Did you hear about the nurse that was arrested?
Yeah.
So basically, what happened? This is from the body cam. The cop came in and had a you don't care.
Yo, I don't care.
You can't even try to care?
I mean, I've already cared about it. I cared last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you shouldn't have fucking canceled on me, asshole.
I didn't cancel on you.
You canceled on me.
I told you I might come over, and then I
when
told
you left here 2 Saturdays ago.
You're going to hold me to a statement I made at 2 in the morning leaving your house.
Yeah. You're fucking right.
I did not want to leave my house on Saturday. And I made a great decision.
So anyways, this officer has a warrant to get someone's blood drawn.
No, he doesn't. That's the issue.
No, he does. But it's not for the person that's in the hospital. The warrant he has is for like an actual suspect, but the suspect isn't in the hospital. The person that's in the hospital is someone the suspect hit and was in a coma.
Yeah.
So basically she says, we have these 3 criteria of where we can give blood. And she's explaining that. And the cop says, no, we need that person's blood. And she's like, well, that's not what follows here. And she even calls like her supervisor, and the supervisor's like, dude, you're making a mistake here.
Okay. No, we're done. We're done. You're under arrest. We're going. We're done.
It accelerates. It goes from 0 to 100 real quick.
Yeah, he really screws that up.
Yeah. So, this guy's lost his job by this point, though.
Okay, she can sit in my car while they're coming.
It's unnecessary, man.
You're right.
It's unnecessary.
And this is completely unnecessary. Completely unnecessary.
At some point, the other cop steps in and like tells his buddy to calm down. He gets so worked up over it.
She does hers.
That's fine.
Okay? I'm leaving now with her. Okay? Anybody who wants to prevent that, that's your option.
So now the hospital won't even let cops in the building to speak to nurses at all, which is pretty crazy. But I thought that was a good example of why cops need to be questioned.
I don't disagree.
Man, you're so full of like conversation and let's watch a stupid video.
Yes, thank you.
Stay focused. There's a lot happening.
Yay.
So this was during Hurricane Harvey.
Oh.
And, it's Fox 26, so some local news station, and I don't know if you can hear it very well.
Stay focused. There's a lot happening. It's a lot of stress. Even if you're feeling under control, the person next to you might be right now. And that was really an example of what we're seeing here. Look at them sharing water just out of the cap of the...
the newscaster says they're sharing water.
Yeah,
clearly
vodka.
it's a bottle of
it's an
absolute vodka. Yeah, yeah. They're just on a boat taking shots.
We'll continue to monitor this, and they should.
And then another newscaster says, "I don't think that's water." I thought that was funny.
That's nice.
Let's talk a little gaming.
Okay.
And I should have covered this last podcast, but I forgot about it completely.
Can we take a break real quick?
Good. So we're gonna talk about Half-Life when we come back. Yeah, we're gonna take a break. And let me put up the break sign, and we're going to take, I don't know, 2-3 minutes. We'll be back. All right, we're coming back. Pause the music, switch the scene. Here we are. We're gonna talk Half-Life.
Morning and welcome to
I'm just gonna put this really low. So, I think I talked to you about this last weekend. The writer that was in charge, well, that I think he was a head writer.
Like Mark Laidlaw, correct?
He came out, no longer works for Valve. Came out with the basic storyline for episode 3.
But he coded it in like different language, so you had to like
Is that how he released it?
Yeah, he interpreted it like what none of the characters' names were correct or anything like that.
Okay, that's what you mean. Yeah, yeah.
Like, he just kind of had to.
He switched character names and maybe like place names, something like that. So basically, came out with the plot and everything.
Yeah.
The basic general plot, which basically confirms that Half-Life 3 is, or Episode 3, or the Half-Life series, nothing's going to come out for anymore.
Nope.
Which really isn't a big surprise.
I mean, it's fine.
I feel like we've thought that for a while now.
I'm okay with it.
And it's just, it's some closure that it's not going to happen.
It's not closure, but it's like,
well, it is.
I guess it's, yeah. I mean,
it's closure
by
in
saying
that
it's confirmed that it's never coming out.
We
Like,
don't-
it's not
yeah.
closure for it. It's just, it's a knowledge that, hey, we'll never see the end of this, and I guess we have to be fine with that.
Right. Yeah, it's just being able to actually know nothing's really gonna happen. We don't really have to play the game anymore and think about, are we ever gonna see?
I was
the end of
living with you when episode 2 came out.
Was that Orange Box?
Yep.
That was episode 2?
Yep. Remember you started playing Portal, and I basically had to hide myself from your computer screen
Yeah.
because I didn't want to see anything about it.
Yeah.
So I had to wait to get the physical version of it.
Right, that's right. Yeah, the physical. You and the physical versions, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
It's a sickness. I mean, it's not really like that anymore because physical versions for PC are just like, they're mostly just, here's a game code in a box. There's not even Origin. There's not even a CD in the box anymore. I bought Battlefield 1, opened it up, and it was a voucher.
No shit.
Yeah, I'm not joking.
Wow. So I've had, when I bought Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls, the expansion pack, it had a CD.
Has a notepad.
Basically,
has a lot of guest
passes. It had the game on it. There was a way you could install it from the CD. But the default way, if you just went through and you didn't know what you were doing, you would just go through, it would make you log on Battle.net, and then you would download it.
Yep.
You would download it completely. You wouldn't install the version that's on the disc and then update. You would download it completely, which was pretty interesting. And that was the last physical game I've bought. Everything since then has been digital.
I bought that physical because the physical one was cheaper than the digital one.
Was it?
Yeah.
Where'd you get? Oh, did you buy it on Amazon?
I just bought it on eBay.
Yeah.
Somebody was selling it for about $14.
Probably makes sense. I mean, actually, that makes a lot of sense. There's no reason to have the physical version, and Blizzard makes it so easy to buy a digital version that people with digital copies are probably just looking to get rid of them.
Well, if you don't have, you still have to have the code for it. So a physical version that you've already redeemed is going to be worthless, basically.
Well, right. Yeah, that's.
It's just somebody had bought this from Walmart and decided to sell it on eBay, and I was super happy to buy it from them, and then never play the game.
I don't know. When the next season comes out, we'll play.
Well, I had to finish Act 5 first, and I don't care.
Well, I mean, before Season 5 comes out, though, we can play it, and I can help you with that. Get through it real quick. Just knock it out. It is kind of stupid they still make you do that. I don't understand why it's not just open. They make you suffer through it.
You ever play this game?
No, I don't think I played the original.
I did before 2 came out. Like, you went home for a weekend, and I remember Zach came over and basically hung out all day and all night. I think he just basically slept over.
I do remember you telling me that. Whenever I left, Zelda. He just slept over, yeah.
He played Zelda, and I played like Half-Life. And I just hated all the vent crawling. because I get really antsy and like I don't like it when head crabs just jump out at you from nowhere.
So I've played Black Mesa.
I need to play Black Mesa.
It's really good. It's incomplete. It's only like the first 2/3 of the game.
Well, they got Zen coming up.
Yeah, but it was really good, and probably has the best soundtrack of any game I've ever heard. Which is what I had playing while we were on the break and before the stream started, because it's not copywritten, but it's pretty good.
I wish they would fix the Black Life, the Half-Life soundtrack, because whenever you go into a loading screen, it just cuts out the song. So like if you're doing root canal and you got that like pumping music while you're driving the boat,
it just pauses.
And then you hit a load screen. It's like, nope, done. No like fade out or anything. Just we're done with music now. We're throwing this out. This game used to scare the
canal. You said that was Half-Life 2? If it had canals.
Root canal.
I don't remember that. I don't remember the music cutting out.
I mean, it's just every time there's music and you hit a loading screen.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
I wish there was a way to remove those loading screens. Like if you could just stream in the whole thing. I mean, that would essentially be a game from beginning to end that never once loaded.
Yeah.
Because there's never a point where it loads and you're somewhere else.
Right. Yeah, that's true. I never really realized that.
This game scared me as a kid. Terrified me. I would only play the tutorial level because that's the only one that I felt comfortable with.
I was like that with Turok. As soon as you got to the cave with... I don't know what they are called in the game. I think crawlers. They're basically Zerglings.
It's a speed run.
It might be. Full game walkthrough.
Nah, it doesn't look like a speed run.
Running around like it is.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing.
I feel like speed run by this point in time they've already glitched through a wall.
Yeah, you're definitely right on that.
You ever watch games done quick?
Very few.
Oh, they're good.
Very few.
I don't watch as much as I would like to, but I like just putting it on and like seeing somebody speed run Final Fantasy VI. See, music cut out.
Oh, it doesn't even resume when it loads.
No, it never did. It doesn't with the second one either.
Oh man, yeah, that is pretty bad.
It's really bad because it means like you're running through this level, so you probably only hear about 30 seconds of music. Cause like their music cues are weird. People talk about how good the music is in Half-Life 2, and I just like I don't notice it because it doesn't really seem to stick around. For
yeah, I didn't notice it in Half-Life 2. I noticed it in Black Mesa, but that's because the audio levels were off. So the music was much louder than it needed to be.
There's Eli Vance. There's Barney.
That was Barney?
No, I mean everybody's Barney in this game.
Okay.
There's Eli Vance.
Yeah.
There's that one doctor they introduced in an episode.
Look at that guy's mouth on the right with the mustache. That's George Washington.
No, that's the guy they just introduced in Half-Life Episode 2. That everybody's like, all right, there's another doctor now. He's kind of a jerk.
Yeah, Black Mesa was good. I enjoyed it. I've never played through the original, though. I don't know. Maybe I have, and I don't remember it. But, yeah, Half-Life 3's...
Not going to happen.
Oh, so, let's find something else. This is a random cover of a bar. I don't even remember what it was, but
it's too bad. I'm really enjoying just watching somebody play.
I was kind of thinking I'd like to see, I'd like to have, or we just watch one of these one time. I think we could get away with it, where we just watch it and comment on it. I guess I could have fun with it. I was enjoying watching you play No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
I don't know why I have such a hard time thinking of that name. But yeah, Half-Life was a good series. I'm sad to see it go.
These voices, man.
They're bad. They're always like really high pitched and
well, I mean, they're basically trying to make everything not catch on fire by scripting like AI to do like to basically go to those buttons that open up the door. That was a big revelation.
There were a lot of like one-shot mechanics in Black Mesa. Was it like that in the original game?
one-shot mechanics.
Yeah, just where. Well, I guess. I mean, I guess this was almost a 3D platformer, wasn't it?
So, yeah, it was real shitty.
It's pretty common for platformers to have one-shot mechanics. Where just you get hit by something once and you die.
Yeah, I mean, that was always the case.
Yeah.
I mean, Half-Life 2 has that too, where like something will crush you when you're dead.
Yeah.
This game had a lot of it. I remember there's a lot of platforming in this game, and like if you basically just have to quick save, quick load this entire game.
You know what we should do sometime? You're talking about doing Portal 2 multiplayer.
Yeah.
We should LAN. You should bring your computer up here sometime. We should LAN and stream that.
I'd be down for that.
I think that'd be cool. It'd just be, I mean, it's always annoying to break down your rig and bring it over, but
oh yeah,
I think that'd be fun. That'd be a good. I don't know. I think you can do it in like 2 hours, but then there's a bunch of community maps. Be fun.
I've never played the actual one, and like how hungry I am for any sort of Half-Life universe story.
I know, right?
Like I'll take a Portal co-op campaign to get at least a little more flavor.
I used to play on a role-playing server for I don't think it was on Gary's mod. I think it was actually on Half-Life Deathmatch. Online Half-Life. And it was a lot of fun. It was like, remember that puzzle map server?
Yeah.
It was like that, but basically just there was like, they call it role-playing, but it really wasn't. Like, it was basically like an open world. You could have a job and make money in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically Sims, but you only control one character in a Half-Life universe.
Sounds...
It was interesting.
Yeah, interesting, but like,
I don't know I could do it anymore.
Considering how bad those puzzle servers are.
Those were so much fun, though.
Oh, my God.
Those were so much fun.
They just took everything to such an extreme. Like, everything had to be like, yes, you'll have to stack these things on top of each other, but you have to do it for like a mile into the sky.
Was that on Gary's mod?
That was on Gary's mod, yeah. No, it was on Half-Life Deathmatch. Gary's mod might have went further with it.
I want to see if I can find videos of that. Yeah, I fucking love these things. Kevin and I played these so much.
I don't like to be like, I hated these, man. Like, this is not fun having to like do this. And they get so high up in the air, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, they do get really high. I like the building ones where you place like boards and you have to make your own way up.
The only thing I liked about these was on those like building ones, you could just shoot platforms out from somebody.
Yeah, there was tons of griefing potential.
Like, this is the only fun I had with it, was just griefing.
The servers always had to be heavily moderated with admins.
This is ridiculous.
And this is like a really easy one.
Yeah, it's easy, but it's really boring.
But like, look how high up he gets. This is 2 minutes into it. And then eventually you'll get to a point where the jumps aren't easy, right? So this is a little extreme, like how long it's taken just to get to that point.
It's not extreme, though. This was every map in this like, mod.
But eventually he's going to get to a point where, I don't remember this map exactly, but I'm expecting there to be, you know, that jump where you have to min-max the fuck out of it in order to make it. He's still not. Oh my God, this entire video is him doing this puzzle.
Does he finally get the ball at the end?
That always, whenever, on this, okay, there it is. On these maps, it always gave me so much anxiety to turn off my flashlight like that. So I don't know what that wahoo is. Oh my God. That. Let me see. I guess they were all just kind of like.
They're terrible.
I would still enjoy doing them.
Make that in VR.
Oh, dude, that would be crazy. That would be pretty cool, though.
I don't know, man. I played the Climb.
Oh, did you play that? What'd you think?
I have it.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
I enjoyed that one.
I mean, it kind of gets to the point where...
Yeah, so there's some sort of mechanic. Some of the mechanics aren't really apparent.
No, not at all.
Like there's really random physics involved, and they all have like this lobby, and then you pick the puzzle you go in.
Also, get a gravity gun because you don't want to run into T-pose for the rest of the time.
But on this one, I'm guessing you have to be
like
on this diagonal piece, and then you have to jump. If you miss it, you die. Let's see what this one is. There's a remote. Oh, I remember this one. So you have these remote control cars. So it's like an old Resident Evil like fixed camera kind of thing. So you have to control these cars from this position. Like this is what one of those people sees that's controlling these cars. And it's so hard.
This shit is shit. This is terrible. This is bad gameplay.
They're like the most hardcore Mario Party minigames.
Yeah.
Like the most hardcore.
But this is just like a reminder that at one point in time, like now I think about it, I don't have like much time to play the video games I want, let alone waste my time on this stuff, you know?
I don't think it's time wasted. See, like, look, this guy, I just realized this guy lost his, no, he's going to fall off. And this is difficult because this is like the exact size of the wheels. Well, obviously not quite.
What do you think those are?
They're just little cars that the map maker made.
You can make those?
Yeah. So basically,
because this is Half-Life 2 Deathmatch. This isn't Gary's mod.
Yeah. So Gary's mod, basically the only thing Gary's mod does is create a user interface, a graphical user interface. So all the mechanics that were in,
Gary's mod
that were in Gary's mod are available in Half-Life map editor.
Oh my god, this just gives me anxiety looking at it.
Memories.
Like just the idea that you have to go through that many puzzles and they're all that tedious.
I want to see one of the building ones. There were so many maps like this, though. Each map consists of like, I don't know, a dozen
about 10
puzzles.
challenges,
yeah, something like that, and you have to complete all of them in order to get the map to change. So like this one, I think you have to. Oh Jesus, you have to hit those things.
What are you a bigger fan of, electric ball and electricity field, or car battery on the car battery slot? What's your preference of how to open up the next level?
Oh, car battery.
Car battery.
Yeah, just because it seems more like realistic, I guess, because I know what a car battery is. I don't know what those plasma balls are.
They're really fun. That's what they are.
Yeah, so now in order to get up there, I don't understand. Oh, every time they throw a grenade and it hits one of those squares,
it fills up the tower.
And it goes from the top down. So so it doesn't go from the top down, but it just puts in a wedge so you can walk up. So the goal is to get to the top there.
This is bad gameplay.
God, I love this. I love this so much, Curry.
This is really boring. Like I don't.
All right, let's
for the amount of time I put into like playing these things. I never like the only enjoyment I got out of it was there was the one where you had to like you're basically shooting a bowling ball, and try to roll it across like these marble madness type of levels, and then you could just grief it because you could shoot the marble off the path they're trying to follow, and that was funny.
There were I don't know I would still do them. I could.
I remember I've hopped onto them. Oh,
there's no more servers, I guess.
It was a couple of years ago. I remember I jumped onto one.
Yeah, I checked a couple of years ago, and there weren't any servers, or if there were, they weren't populated. And they're one of those things where you have to have like, even with a full server of like 25 people, and that's not full, I guess, but populated, it still took like 2.5 hours to beat a map.
What's your favorite video? What's your favorite game to exist in the Half-Life universe?
Ooh. I don't know. I don't know which one of the Portals I like more.
Portal 1.
I think I like Portal 2. Just because the maps are more...
They're more fleshed out.
Yeah, better designed. Portal
Stephen Merchant in it.
Portal 1, like, in retrospect, kind of felt like an early access game. I mean, there wasn't a lot of content to it. It had a really good idea.
So tight.
Yeah, it was
It's
really
such a tight game.
Yeah. But I also really enjoyed, I don't know, all of the Half-Life 2, Episode 1, Episode 2, they're all good.
Episode 1 gets a bad rep.
I can't remember the difference between 1 and 2.
1 is there is a hospital that you're running through with a shotgun with Alex, and you two are just like destroying head crab zombies.
Yeah, is
And
that the
I
one where
really
you're in the
appreciated
basement
that.
and the lights go out?
Yeah, yeah.
And there's a ton of fast zombies. That was scary as fuck, dude. That was intense.
It's the one where a dog throws you in that car.
Yeah.
And then the train blows up, or the bomb goes off at the end, and then the Vortigons come and take you out of it, because we got no better ideas. So here are our god creatures that can slow down time.
I guess I really like the Half-Life games, but I think Portal, playing it, is just really enjoyable. It's really satisfying. So I don't know what this video is. This is one you like. This is the first one.
First one, top 10 clouds.
Is that something we need volume for?
No, probably not. I didn't watch them.
Oh, okay. These are just top 10 vapor clouds?
Yep.
Okay.
Look at that.
That wasn't even that impressive. That wasn't either. These guys have too much, wind movement in there.
They're not sub-ohming enough. Wow. Look at that cloud, man. Mr. Cloud. That's not that great.
No, that was terrible.
Oh, but he keeps going. Look at that cloud.
Oh, because he goes right at the camera. Oh.
The other guy's driving and clouding.
Dragon.
That's pretty good.
That was neat. I don't know. This guy's in a vape shop.
He knows what's up. He knows how to do this. Wow.
Okay, so that one was like leagues beyond any of the ones we just saw.
Well, we're in number 4 now. We're getting into this.
There really shouldn't be that big of a difference between 5 and 4.
Mm.
There was a big difference.
Where'd that guy go? 0.3 ohms.
Oh, they had the
ohm
ohms on
killer.
Dual coil.
Dual coil. Yeah.
Dual.
Vape.
Like, spelled like I'm going to duel you.
Yeah, man.
Not like I have dual exhaust.
I did not notice that. It's from the vapeologist.
Oh.
I study vape.
Okay, that's definitely a lot bigger. Did you think we were going to make it all the way through the entire
I didn't
video?
care. I didn't care.
I didn't think so. Such a piece of shit. All right, here's number 1.
No data on this one. Just too crazy.
Spence. Well, he's filling up the room with multiple clouds.
Yeah, that's not really fair. Maybe but I got to imagine there's one final big cloud.
No, just
no. Number 1, terrible.
That was.
Well, let's check out my next top 10 clouds.
All right, you have 3 cloud videos. Are they really all cloud videos?
Yeah, they're all cloud videos.
Oh my god. I'm gonna put volume on for this. Okay, so we're flying through the clouds.
Top 10 rare cloud formation. Top 10 clouds.
So what's the third one? Is the third one like networking clouds?
We'll see. I don't know how long this one is.
3 minutes.
3 minutes? Look
So
at that, man.
Mammatus clouds?
The Mammatus clouds.
Those look like intestines.
Uh-huh. I gotta listen to this music on this, I guess. Look like tornadoes.
Okay, those were way different than what we saw. Are they like twisting? They look like they're twisting. All number 8s looked different. That looks kind of crazy.
What?
What? That doesn't count? That doesn't count? Commonly associated with nuclear explosions.
Mushroom clouds are only 6 on this list.
Have you watched the entirety of this?
No.
Okay.
I never watched a minute of this.
Yeah, those look pretty cool. That looks fake, though. It's kind of bizarre. UFO sightings? Eh. It looks like a cloud to me, but...
Look at that cloud.
Roll clouds. Really is just a tube.
It's kind of scary looking.
Yeah, it looks like it's low.
It's a pretty cool cloud.
You ever see those clouds that are just... It seems like they're extremely low.
Yes.
Those are freaky. I don't like those.
They're not, though. They're very high up there. You would die if you fell in that cloud.
What?
If you like went up to the cloud that seems very low, you would still die if you fell through it. Because it's still very high up.
Oh.
Number 1 cloud. I'm not sure how this is different than the roll clouds.
Yeah, that's definitely a roll
But
cloud.
it's very rare to find.
Very rare.
Hmm.
Those look like chemtrails.
That's why they're so rare.
All right, let's see the third video.
Uh-huh.
The third top 10 clouds. I knew it. I fucking knew it. All right. 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Dropbox, number 10.
Dropbox stores my budget data, or used to.
Is it? Oh, they're going from 1 to 10.
Okay. I use Google Drive too.
So they're using 2 different numbering systems. So the last one said 10, and then we got to this screen and it said 1. And then this one said number 9, and now it says number 2. Google Drive is what I use for my stream overlay. So that I don't lose it if I...
That's smart.
If I format my computer, because I've done that before, and I had to make it over again.
50
Box.
whole gigabytes.
So we're at number 3, and already I don't know what it is. I haven't heard of it.
I've not heard of Box, no.
Yeah.
They took out the 2 biggest ones. Maybe SkyDrive is going to be in here.
I would have imagined that was 4 mega. I haven't heard of that.
Let's make an upload. Or I mean,
is that a cloud?
I don't know. Yep.
Oh. Didn't know that.
Number 6 is going to be what? Number 5.
A drive. Haven't heard of that either. Yep. Who
made this
Who was
video?
inspired to make this video?
I don't know. Somebody that's not great with PowerPoint.
Someone like Kevin's dad.
Do you think this is royalty-free music?
I'd sure fucking hope so.
Or do you think this is this guy's band?
Could be. There's OneDrive. OneDrive's pretty low. That's Microsoft, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what SkyDrive is.
SkyDrive.
Because Sky Sports sued them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Spider Oak.
All these numbers look like they're throwing up confetti.
Yeah, they do.
Blech.
Okay.
That's.
I'm confused.
That
which
company
one is
owns
the best.
Riot.
Are we
Number
getting to
1.
the best one next?
Well, I
Or-
mean, it's number 1 has the most. It's not really the best. It's just got the most storage on it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, I see. Great.
Well, that was my joke.
Neat. This says, look at these funny motherfucking dogs, you son of a bitch.
Look at that funny dog. Saved my position too. I'm glad it saved on there. Look at that dog.
He's like Teen Wolf.
A lot of pugs. Took me about 7 minutes to find those videos.
7 minutes.
Uh-huh.
Damn.
Can we watch Jellyman?
Jellyman?
Can we watch Jellyman?
This is Jellyman.
You know what Jellyman is?
Jellyman.
Search Jellyman. Gelliman. What? You know Jellyman.
No, I don't know Jellyman.
I didn't want to give the title away. It's Gellieman.
This will be copywritten, I guarantee it. Please don't mind all this crap. What the fuck? Why?
But that's like the best part.
I hate when you can't even click the X on these fucking annotations.
We get a full screen.
God, this is so cringy.
Oh, this is the best. This is the original internet, man.
Yeah, it is. You're right. This is like old meme.
This is pre-meme. This is too long to be a meme.
Oh, made with the first version of Windows Movie Maker. Man. What's with... You can't see the Mickey Mouse covers as well. You think this guy
Tears.
You think he knew what he's doing?
I mean, that's a conversation we had a lot, and I just hope not.
I think he's trying to be serious. This came out when like NSYNC was still a thing, didn't it?
I don't know. I have no idea when it came out.
What are some other E-Bombs World videos?
I don't know. That kid hitting
I
his
know
head on
one.
the desk.
Well, there's the End of the World one. That was like an animation, but there was God, that was like Dancing Baby.
I'm watching their stream and I get to watch him dance again on their stream.
There was the was he the Matrix kid? No, he was a Star Wars kid.
Yeah.
But they made him into the Matrix kid. Oh, this was like a remix. Star Wars kid original. So he was in like a drama club and he had access. I think he was actually in the AV club. He had access to a thing at school. He was acting like Darth Maul. I do remember this was after Phantom Menace came out.
I don't think I've ever really seen this original video.
I thought he was using a microphone stand. He's using a fucking ball catcher for a golf ball. That's what that little circle thing is. Right? The thing you get the golf balls out of the water with?
Who found this?
Who?
Who found this and put it on the internet, you think?
Probably his brother.
Mm.
I want to see the end of that. Probably his brother, or maybe one of his friends that are also in the club. I like the khakis and the belt.
Shirts come untucked though.
I like how he's gonna come back in screen. Oh. Yo, is this a calmly walk back into view? But then there's so many edits of like him being put on like a lightsaber. There's a Matrix one too.
Well, yeah, it's the one you just showed.
Numa, yeah, that's a pretty common one. Did you see, back to the fucking forecast, did you see this guy?
Here's your Saturday afternoon Hurricane Irma update. The storm has winds of 125
It's like the most informational weathercaster of all time.
Since last night. That's why the winds are not as strong as they were yesterday, and the hurricane force winds.
I don't want to listen to it, but look up that guy. He's all over Reddit.
I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I figured you would. Piece of shit. What were the other good ones? There was... Shit, I had one in mind and I lost it now. Oh well. Let's watch. This one had Shaq in it. I forget what the video is.
I need me a hiking stick, Bear.
So,
oh wow, mother love.
He's on a survival show with Bear Grylls, and they find a placenta.
No, this is. You know what that is?
Look like an octopus.
No, that's placenta.
Well, somebody had a baby.
Now you hate Bear Grylls.
Yeah, I never liked the guy.
You avidly hate Bear Grylls.
I'm a Les Stroud kind of guy.
Yeah, I like Les Stroud. You want one?
Yeah.
I think
he plays harmonica.
Yeah. I definitely like Les. How it is Les with an L, right?
LES.
LES, yeah. I definitely like how Les is way more like real.
Yep.
I mean, he does all of his own camera work. That's really respectable.
Yep.
But I think Bear Grylls is just, I mean, he's an entertainer. He's not a survivalist. He's an entertainer.
I mean, I'll debate that word. Didn't entertain me. Man's a piece of shit.
I think I've always thought your opinion of him was just a bit on the contrarian side.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Because Bear Grylls got to be the popular guy.
Yeah.
Whereas Les Stroud is like, Is
that really?
He deserved more. Les Stroud deserved more, but didn't get it because Bear Grylls was just more popular because he was more extreme. It's like how Carly Rae Jepsen got screwed because Taylor Swift exists.
What? I've never heard that.
Yeah, man.
I've never heard that.
Yeah. Carly Rae Jepsen deserved more than what she got. Her fucking CD with Call Me Maybe on it sold 16,000 copies. It's not a lot of copies.
No, that's not at all.
No, she deserved more than that.
Well, and Taylor Swift has... that topic changed real quick. Taylor Swift has like really rich father, and that's how she got into the music business at all.
I just feel like in the better timeline, Hillary Clinton would be president and Carly Rae Jepsen would be the Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
But this is what we got now.
Have you heard Taylor Swift's new songs?
It's bad. It's so bad.
She let out another one. And she does that like, have you ever heard the song where like she does the rapping? She does like the white girl like rapping, kind of like Kesha.
Okay.
How Kesha used to do.
Mm-hmm.
She did that on her last album, but her second song she just released, she does that rap like it's not even really rapping. It's just like speaking.
Yeah.
But then when she actually sings, it just turns into like female vocalist EDM. That's all it is. Which I guess that's what hip hop's going into, because that's what Selena Gomez sounds like too.
Shake It Off is a great song.
You like Shake It Off?
Shake It Off is very catchy.
I like Katy Perry a lot. I like Katy Perry's songs. Not her new ones. I don't like her new ones. But like,
we watched Saturday Night Live with her on it, didn't we? You were over at my house when we saw that Saturday Night Live that she was on. It was very bad.
Really? Yeah, I could see her like being terrible live, definitely. But I like California Girls.
I don't remember that song.
It helps she has really big boobs. I think I'm pretty biased. I'm biased on that. But yeah, I don't know. Taylor Swift is she's definitely catching people's ears.
Yeah,
I guess.
People do not like that new song. The bad chorus.
Well, yeah, I guess it's number one because you don't really get number one because your music's good.
And like the Buckeyes used it last
week.
Did they? Or it's ESPN. They're using it like on a college sports.
Really?
Yeah, like a football like advertisement commercial. They used look what you made me do.
Oh,
it doesn't like make sense. Like that's not a song that gets you really pumped up.
No.
Like it's a song that has a pre-chorus that gets you like somewhat pumped up, and then it's just like we're gonna drop the ball.
Yeah, and just repeat the same words.
I can't think of it what it is right now in my head, but
the words,
not the words, like what it sounds like.
I'm not gonna play it.
No, but I know as soon as it like I get the music, I'm like, oh yeah, that's shit. That's really bad.
Yeah. From Les Strout to...
You know who I like?
Who?
Eiffel 65.
Do you really?
Yeah. I'm Blue is a good song.
Do you know any of their other songs?
I had their album.
Did you?
Yeah.
That was like...
But no, I do not know of any
That was like
other songs
Napster era. That was
that's how I got the album.
That was the Napster song, was Blue.
Dabba dee dabba die.
Yeah.
Not if I'm green, I would die.
Like, teenagers today don't even have any idea what Napster is.
Why would they?
I don't know. It's weird getting older, man.
It's very weird.
Napster's always going to be like a name I'm familiar with. Something like, it was groundbreaking.
It was very good. I used Kazaa a lot more.
I remember Kazaa.
Really opened yourself up to a lot of stuff there, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm liking this Shaq face we're getting right here.
Yeah, I tried to pause it on something good. But I like Bear Grylls. I guess I watch it and kind of like how some people watch WWE. Like it's definitely a show. It's not. You're not being presented everything honestly. But he's a good looking guy. He has a sexy accent. What's not to like, especially now that he does it. I don't know when this aired, but I know he did one with Obama.
Thanks, Obama.
He did one with Seth Rogen. He did one with Will Ferrell.
Yeah, this is a placenta from the
didn't do a show with a celebrity?
Or moose, maybe.
Les Stroud.
Yeah, he didn't do a show with anyone.
Survives on his own.
Did he ever have any episodes where he had to be rescued?
Yeah, the one where he was out to sea. He gave up.
No shit. He went out to sea. Dude, I gotta research that. I'm writing that down on this. I'll do it on a $10 bill.
This is what you do with the money I give you?
I'm just writing Les Stroud. How do you spell his last name? Stroud.
Yeah.
Les Stroud. Okay. So now, anyone that I wrote it. Just take my word for it. I wrote it on there.
Hopefully no one gets that $10 bill, because I'm sorry that you got a $10 bill. You should get 2 5s instead. You can make more change.
You did give me 2 5s, actually.
I know, I gave you 2 5s, but the guy from Half Price gave me a 10.
I don't know why I'm showing that. Curry gave
me a
monitor, and I'm giving him a DS, and for some reason he feels like he has to give me money. So,
well, I mean, because
I really don't care, dude.
I know.
Like if you took this money back, I'd be fine.
We're both terrible negotiators.
Yeah, you're right.
You tried to negotiate the price down.
Yeah.
I'm not going to trade you this monitor for a new 3DS. This monitor is 10 years old.
Yeah, but I don't think you understand, like, how much money I'd have to pay to get a monitor of that size.
But like this thing was going for $100 on eBay. Yeah. Buy it now. So I figure,
like when you got it.
No, right now I checked, and like the 3DS is like $150. So like you're getting the bad end of the deal. I need to at least pay you money, and then I bought some beer.
So honestly, like if you didn't give me this, I was gonna end up buying like a really expensive screen for my main screen. And I just kind of convinced myself I don't really need a 27-inch screen. Like
it's really not that much of a difference. It's crazy how much you don't notice it.
Yeah. I just kind of wanted like a screen. I have an ultra wide screen right now, and for some games it doesn't really work out. It's just a minor inconvenience. It's not that it's not that big of a deal, but it's a minor inconvenience.
That's 16 by 10, so it's kind of the same deal.
Yeah.
It's minorly inconvenient.
But I just use it as secondary, so like that's what I'll put Netflix on. So basically, by doing the deal, I saved like a bunch of money anyways, because I was gonna drop like $400 on a 4K monitor.
But I got a new 3DS for a monitor I don't use.
It's not new.
A thing of beer we're both sharing.
I took it to Costa Rica, and that was over 2 years ago now.
It's literally called the new 3DS. It's a used new 3DS.
That's really the label of it?
Yeah, it's the new 3DS XL.
Oh. I didn't realize people were coming over today.
Huh. Well, I mean,
I guess
you're my only friend, so I know when I'm at my house, no one's coming over besides you.
It's always, you never know here.
Mm-hmm.
You never know.
These new friends or old friends?
Well, I suppose a pretty
they're
good
old
place
friends.
up here
Well,
to give birth.
I guess they're new friends. They're like, of any friends I have, they're the newer ones. They're my. I imagine they're my neighbors. I don't know.
That's a really bad video.
I find it so fresh.
Yeah, it's really bad.
It's really bad now.
You just touch everything, Bear?
You just
It
touch
looks
everything.
actually like dinner.
Oh, I didn't hear him. I don't have my headphone in.
Oh,
I'm gonna take a break real quick.
No, we're gonna end it soon.
I have to pee real bad.
Oh my God, Curry. I don't know. Well, there's a football game on. Oh, I thought you did. Okay, well, we won't end it then. I'm just going to sit here and talk to myself. I don't know who's watching. Got 3 viewers. One of them's me. One of them's probably Curry. So, I guess I'll pimp Discord. If you haven't seen it already, there's this little link right here. Click that, join us on Discord. Usually I post on there whenever I'm going live or throughout the week if I know we're going to play. Then not play, I'm sorry. If I know we're going to stream, I post at least a couple days before saying we're going to stream. Let's see. I've got a friend that lives in Naples. He's evacuated Naples. Naples is on the southwestern tip of Florida. Naples is going to be the first landfall for the hurricane. And Fort Lauderdale is on the east side. Trees are down, wires are down. Damn. This guy's saying Naples is gone. 15-foot storm surges, 1 to 3 feet of rainfall. Jesus. Category 4 winds. Just surprising. I thought it was going to be a Category 5 hitting land at first. But I think Cuba absorbed a lot of that with all those mountains. Did you know Cuba was mountainous? I didn't either. I was watching the weather today, and they said Cuba was... oh, I muted your shit. I don't know why I did that. Cuba is mountainous, so that ate up a lot of the hurricane force.
Started playing Assassin's Creed 4 again.
Assassin's Creed 4 again. I've never been in an Assassin's Creed.
You should check out 4. There's a level that's Havana. Reminded me of it.
Yeah, I'm
It's
not
on
going to
Cuba.
play it for that reason.
It's pirates.
What do you think of story? Did they come out with a movie?
What?
Did they come out with an Assassin's Creed
Yes,
movie?
they did. It was supposed to be
Can
bad.
you not talk with an earphone in?
It hurts my ear. They're very uncomfortable headphones. It's
Oh, really?
ridiculous. Yeah. 4 was starring the guy that was in... It was Kevin and I think, that saw Prometheus together. It wasn't you. We saw
You're right.
Doom
It
together.
was
We saw Doom together. Remember Doom?
Doom.
No,
Was that
remember
with
going?
The Rock?
Yeah.
Why don't I remember that?
We went to the theater together. We got Chipotle afterward. And then, like, we didn't eat at Chipotle. I just got a bag of Chipotle.
I vaguely remember it.
Remember the first person scene?
Yes. Oh my god, that was so bad, dude.
Yeah, I want to watch that movie again.
No, you don't.
I'll watch that movie again.
You might say you want to watch it, but
Let's watch that movie again.
You're not gonna enjoy it.
Let's watch that movie again.
I don't want to watch it. I'd rather watch Prometheus.
I don't want to see Prometheus again.
I don't either.
At least Doom was like interestingly bad.
Is it?
No, probably not.
No, you're right.
Had The Rock in it.
Oh god, that was a terrible movie.
Speaking of terrible things we need to do again, play Dead Space until the end.
I'd probably be down for that. That's probably something we could stream.
Yeah. I just wish it was better.
I mean, the first two games were pretty good.
The third one wasn't very good at all.
No, it wasn't. I need to talk into my microphone. I keep talking off to the side.
I really enjoyed this, the ship, it was just basically a bunch of ships in space that you got to fly around, like from ship to ship. Remember that?
In 3?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
It was a kind of a...
The only thing I remember was we got to a point where we kept dying.
Yeah.
And the save point was right before a ladder. That's the only thing I remember.
Yeah, I kind of
that and Total Biscuit bitching about it a lot.
Well, we shouldn't play that game again because, I mean, there's just so much better stuff you can play.
Yeah, you're probably right on that.
I can't wait. I have to wait a month and a half for Destiny 2.
When is that coming out? November?
25th of October. It's out now for consoles. Came out on Tuesday.
Did it really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
sucks. I played that beta. It was really...
Why do they do that? Who makes it?
It's Bungie, dude.
It is Bungie?
It's Bungie, yeah.
I knew like Activision was involved. Yeah, Florida's gonna get fucked, dude.
On that as well. Maybe Coyote.
You think that planted that placenta? You think that's just placenta plant?
Yeah, I saw that on TV.
It's like nature's vitamin pill.
They just got some
the best nutrients and
placenta and just dropped it in their path.
You want to take it with us and eat it tonight?
Yeah.
Yep, because they're going to eat it.
Well, I guess looking back at it, now that you mention it, Shaq was really calm about it.
Is good news.
You just touch everything, Bear?
It looks actually like dinner.
Oh boy.
Something's been chewing on that as well.
Are they going to show the ground?
Well, you know some people eat placenta. You heard of that?
The ground should be really bloody.
It's like nature's vitamin pill because it's all the best nutrients and everything.
If it's fresh enough that they're willing to eat it, yeah. They don't know how long it's been sitting there. That's really dangerous. Definitely planted.
Cut across there.
Makes me so mad. Makes me so mad.
You know what? Just get
you know what?
with it. Come on, use those big
Les Stroud is doing right now in his survival show.
Is it still on?
Trying to build a fire.
Whoever was probably
it's
born early today,
it
maybe even
is.
last night. So it's fresh. And that means
he's not finding placenta in the woods.
We're eating, Shaq. We're good.
You find some berry. He makes tea a lot.
Lucked out on that one.
He probably has found placenta, but it's that ground is not.
Oh, stop grabbing it.
Okay.
Stop touching stuff, Bear.
I just love Shaq's reaction.
Shaq was supposed to have a WrestleMania match with The Big Show last WrestleMania.
Like when he was,
but
was that like still when he was playing?
No, it was last year. Last March.
I like Shaq.
Shaq is
he seems down to earth, and I hate that term.
Yeah, better than Charles Barkley.
Yeah,
not that much.
I don't know. Have you ever seen his wife?
No.
His wife is like 4 foot nothing. Curry just put his foot on the fucking table. No, his wife is like tiny, tiny in comparison to us. And then,
do you think that's inconvenient?
I'm sure. I can't believe there's any convenience to it.
Do you think his house is built for Shaq or like built for regular people?
Definitely built for him.
You think his like refrigerator handle is very high up?
No, he probably just has a really big fridge.
Okay.
Like I imagine all the chairs are probably what's comfortable for him, and she just adjusts to it.
Do you think it's like living like Jack in like Jack and the Beanstalk, or like I don't know,
I don't know. I don't
That's
know.
another good reference to like people living in giant things when they're tiny. That Micro Machines game for the for Nintendo.
So have you watched the season of An Idiot Abroad? Are you a fan of An Idiot Abroad with Carl Pilkington?
No, like the first couple seasons of it.
Well, there are only 3.
Oh, I think I liked the first season.
There were 2, and then the third one was with Warwick Davis.
Yeah, I didn't watch that one.
The dwarf.
I didn't like his show either.
Warwick's?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
just like Curb Your Enthusiasm.
He's Carl Pilkington is so like so insensitive to him.
Mm-hmm.
But he on Ricky Gervais's radio show, like for some reason dwarfs are always a topic of conversation that Carl talks about. And so he imagines that like a dwarf house is just a miniature house. When really, because Ricky's a producer, so Ricky knew like we have to take Carl to Warwick's house to show him that it's not a miniature house. It's a house that has adaptations for a dwarf. And so he was talking, like, he shows him like his stools. He has stools for everything. He's like, why don't you just have it lowered? He's like, Carl, that costs so much money to do, but it doesn't click in his brain. But that's what happens. It's so funny. I love Carl Pilkington.
Yeah, I liked that radio show a lot. I like the Ricky Gervais show quite a bit.
Do you? I thought you didn't. Who's your favorite one of those three of them?
Merchant.
You're a Merchant fan?
I did not like his HBO show though at all.
He has an HBO show?
Mm-hmm. Hello, ladies.
Huh.
It's just about like how awkward of a dude Stephen Merchant is.
Yeah, I can.
Just not down with that.
I can see that because he doesn't really have anything to bring to the table unless one of the other 2 dudes, or unless Ricky or
he's a good
Carl.
Straight man.
Yeah, he responds well.
Yeah,
but he doesn't offer his own content.
Mm-mm.
Ricky and Carl provide their own content.
I think Ricky Gervais is an asshole.
I knew there was one of them you didn't like.
He's an asshole.
I like Ricky.
I
like all of them, but I knew there was one of them you didn't like, and for some reason I thought it was Stephen Merchant.
There's a comedy interview thing. It was Louis C.K., Chris Rock, and Ricky Gervais sat down to talk about stand-up comedy. In Seinfeld, yeah.
It's called Kings of Comedy.
Yeah, and like Ricky Gervais literally said he was doing comedy for like a couple years at that, like stand-up comedy for a couple of years. And I just don't think you should be giving advice to like in the same space as.
I don't remember that. I know I've seen that quite a few times. I don't remember that point.
He did not start doing stand-up comedy until like a couple of years before that was like, at least that's what I remember hearing. And I think that's crappy. And I don't think you should be.
He's been doing it for longer, dude.
I don't think you're a freaking king of comedy.
I think he's been doing it longer because the stand-up I've seen of him, he was still, he was still like pretty fat. He's still like stocky, I guess.
No, he just wears
pudgy.
black t-shirts.
Yeah, but he has lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, he has. But
I don't know what this year. Why isn't? Oh, what the fuck is going on here? Oh, it is showing. Okay. Career, music. Yeah, so I guess it's arguable to say that when he was a radio DJ, he had some form of.
It's not stand-up comedy.
No, you're right.
You really call yourself a king of comedy?
No. I imagine what happened is
he called back when Seinfeld asked if somebody wanted to come on the show.
Yeah, he's probably just friends with one of the dudes that made it, and they probably couldn't get a fourth one, or they were just like, let's just get Ricky Gervais because he's edgy and pisses people off. I don't know.
I don't like him.
I can't find.
What's the deal with Ricky Gervais? That's my Seinfeld. What'd you think of that?
Do you like Seinfeld stand-up?
I like Seinfeld's show. I think I've ever watched a stand-up.
Really?
I think it's stand-up is funny in the context of the show just because it's so bad.
I feel like I probably would like the show. I've never really watched it.
It's funny.
I can't get over like that was made in the 90s, right?
Yep.
I can't get over like the 90s culture of it.
I just
like,
love that part
the
too.
The New York 90s culture. I hate it. I hate it. The big hair,
so big. The biggest hair.
I hate it so much. I can't get around it.
It's
but
good.
And I don't like Seinfeld stand up.
No, it's very bad.
So that made me think I wasn't gonna like the show, but there's clips of it that I think are funny.
Mm-hmm. Because that show was not Jerry Seinfeld writing it; it was Larry David. And Curb Your Enthusiasm is funny, but
not as good as Seinfeld.
No, they did a Seinfeld reunion in the universe of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
So
wasn't very good. Do you think there should be a Friends reunion?
No. What do you mean reunion show?
Yeah, they come back.
No.
Did you watch Friends?
I did. Yeah.
Who was your favorite friend?
I
like Chandler. I feel like I'm a Chandler.
Yeah. So here's my thing: is I don't think Chandler was the most funny, but I think he was the most relatable.
Yep.
So I think he was the most real person on the show.
I guess it's kind of the point.
So I think that's why I like him the most. I think Joey was the most consistently funny, just because he's dumb.
Yeah.
So he could say stupid things and it would be funny.
You're totally a Ross.
But Ross, I think, had like the peak funny moments. Does that make sense?
I've been hearing this argument lately.
Really?
Yeah. I've been hearing like Ross is apparently the dark horse best friend, and I just cannot get behind that argument whatsoever.
What do you mean? Oh, okay.
Like that dude just had too many dramatic storylines.
Yeah.
That like you can't argue with me that Ross is the best character on Friends.
You think Ross is?
No, you can't argue that to me. I'm not gonna like ever hear an argument where I say yes, Ross is absolutely the funniest friend.
No. So I guess it's how you measure it. I think the moments where he is involved in a funny scene, I think those are probably the most funny.
Tell me a funny Ross scene right now.
Well, he always gets really hysterical, right?
Yes, obviously.
So that's what's funny about it. So maybe it's not the content, but it's how he reacts.
My favorite Chandler moment is when he talks about where his magazines come to, the addresses magazines come to. And they're addressed to Miss Chandler Bong. That's a funny joke.
Yeah.
It's a bad show, too.
I don't think so.
It's, you think Scrubs are that? You got to watch a show for the rest of the time that you don't like that much. Scrubs or Friends?
Scrubs, it's hard to compare the two. Scrubs is more like more animated.
Yep.
I never really watched Scrubs though.
Okay.
So I was never really invested in it.
What's your other live action comedy reference then? What's your other Friends?
Is era important?
Home Improvement.
Home Improvement was a good one.
The show sucks. Home Improvement or Friends?
Definitely Friends.
Okay.
I'd take Fresh Prince though.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fresh Prince. Fresh Prince is definitely superior to all
Fresh
of them.
Prince or Boy Meets World?
Fresh Prince. No.
I guess, yeah.
No
I mean,
argument.
you're never going to like say not Fresh Prince.
I'm trying to think of any sitcom that beats Fresh Prince.
Family Matters doesn't.
I
mean, there's no. It's Will Smith is your main actor.
Yeah.
In Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So, who's going to be more charming or
I'm trying
funny?
to think,
or
like, what are the
relatable?
options?
There are none.
Some people would argue Will and Grace, probably.
I watched a lot of Will and Grace. You know,
I enjoyed Will and Grace.
Frasier.
Okay, Cheers.
Cheers. I never watched Cheers.
Cheers is good. Cheers is like one of the
before our era,
historic.
man. Yeah, it's one of the historic ones, but it's not really. It's not a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It didn't come up when we were coming up.
Well, right.
I mean,
no,
Frasier is that reference for us. You can't say Cheers. It's Frasier for us.
Okay, well, if we're sticking with the 90s era, somewhere around there,
Yeah.
then, we can't bring in Cheers.
I guess you asked if era was important, but I lump in Friends and Fresh Prince of Bel-Air within the same context of each other.
Yeah, Fresh Prince.
I mean, Fresh Prince was obviously more early 90s, but
yeah, and then Friends was late 90s. Well, mid 90s, wasn't it?
You blame Fresh Prince of Bel-Air for the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air song becoming a meme. Does that worsen the song, or does the song just live on without being tainted by...
I don't really understand what you're asking.
Like, how the theme song for Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is now, like, a funny thing.
Yeah.
Like, to just go off into. Does that make it worse? Or does that make the people that do it worse?
Does that make the show worse?
Does that make the theme song worse? Is that still a good theme song despite the fact that it's like a meme of itself right now?
I'd say it has no effect.
So you hear that song and you think it's as good as it always has been?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't.
So you hate the theme song. So
I don't hate the theme song.
Did you previously like the theme song?
Of course, I previously liked the theme song.
And
it's
then
very catchy.
Like the meme culture really went into it hard, and now you don't like it anymore.
It's hard to look at it without that, point of view ruining it, or that
I guess
context.
My perspective is that I knew the theme song from the show, so I didn't discover it through the memes. So I always associate it with the show rather than the memes.
Show I used to watch called LL Cool J, called In the House.
In the House, I've never heard of that.
Yep.
What's LL doing these days?
I don't know.
Did he just have a song with Jennifer Lopez, or is he dating her, married to her?
I don't know.
This is probably just a song.
He wore Kangles.
Kangles?
Yeah, the hats with a kangaroo on it.
I didn't know. There's a hat with a kangaroo on it?
You know what a Kangle is? Kongol.
Oh. Kon?
Gol.
Jeez, that's not at all how I thought that was spelled. Oh, shit.
Yeah. Kangle.
That was, like, Ja Rule wore that shit.
Yeah, he did too.
Yeah.
That one is just a hunting hat. That is what that one dude, the villain in Jumanji wore.
Yeah. There's a character in Ace Ventura 2.
Do you like Jumanji?
Huh?
Do you like Jumanji?
The original?
Yeah.
Yeah. The second one hasn't come out yet, right?
No, isn't even a sequel?
Well,
or is it just...
You know what I mean. I said
the Jumanji.
The new one, yeah.
The movie named Jumanji.
I think any movie that had Robin Williams in it, in the original, is a terrible idea to do again. Like the... what are they doing now? Aladdin?
Yeah.
Live action?
Oh.
I think that's a huge mistake.
You can't blame Disney, though. They're doing everything live action now.
Yeah.
Lion King's live action. That Beauty and the Beast remake was live action. That's what they're into now.
Just rehashing old things that worked.
At least they're not making it into a TV show that's a serial drama.
What? Who did that?
I don't know. Just everybody makes their TV show into a serial drama. Nothing's an anthology anymore. You can't watch an episode anymore and get like the whole story.
Oh.
You got to watch the entire season, and the entire season doesn't tell the story, so you have to watch the second season. You're never going to get a Star Trek again. The new Star Trek's not even an anthology series. It's a fucking serial series again. You got to watch the entire series.
Serial series.
Like the episodes are sequential. They build off of each other. Whereas like the original Star Trek and Star Trek The Next Generation, you got relationship through lines, absolutely. Like you had to know that Dr. Beverly Crusher was dating Captain Jean-Luc Picard at one point in time. And like it gives you more of a context if you watch all of them, but every episode that they mention it in, you get it. Like there's a pass between them. And like the show is not based off that relationship. You know, you don't have to watch an entire series of stories to understand the relationship between Captain Jean-Luc Picard and Dr. Beverly Crusher.
So you're saying that the new Star Trek is just going to be kind of like, I'm just going to throw out a name like Everybody Loves Raymond, where you can just pick up any episode.
Yes, it's going to be like Lost.
Everything's going to be...
It's going to be great.
Essentially the same, and the story will resolve by the end of the episode.
Yep. You don't get that anymore because it's a stupid ratings ploy. Because if you don't end the story, you got to watch the next episode. So I feel like we are forever in the age of a serial television show where nothing ever ends and everything just has a disappointing resolution. Because
so we're in a continual cycle of like cliffhangers.
Lost ruined everything.
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
Lost is the worst thing to happen to television.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Pretty bad example of what a good TV show could turn into.
Game of Thrones fell victim to this. Like that was a top tier, like AAA show by my standards, and now it's like a rush to the ending. We have no idea what's going on.
Yeah,
we're throwing track down in front of the train.
Whose fault is that?
It's George R.R. Martin's for not finishing the book and giving an entire framework for what we should expect from the series. I don't think George R.R. Martin has a good idea of how to end the series, and that's why you haven't seen a book in how long? 5 years?
Something like that, 5 or 6.
That's why you haven't seen a book in that long, because he doesn't know either.
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
He did explain how his writing style was basically progressive, where he didn't know where the story was going to go.
Uh-huh.
Because he said there's two types of writers. There's one where basically you take a general story and you keep splitting it into sections and expanding each of those sections.
Yeah.
So for example, if you had one idea for a book like, I don't know, not Jon Snow, just a guy named John goes to a pizza parlor and gets killed.
Mm-hmm.
So then to split that further into plot development, you split it in two. So one chapter is John goes to get pizza, and then the next chapter is he gets killed. And basically you keep splitting it and adding in depth till you have a fleshed out book.
Uh-huh.
Or the other, and this is how George R.R. Martin described it.
You write whatever you want.
You write chapter by chapter.
Uh-huh.
And you might have an idea of where it's going, but you're not going to write anything for that last chapter until you finish the chapter before the last chapter.
It's like painting yourself into a room.
Right.
Like you're painting the floor and I mean, that's a really bad metaphor, but you didn't paint toward the door. You're just painting toward a corner. So you got to somehow figure out how to paint the rest of the room while not fucking up the rest of the room.
But he had to have somewhat of an idea, right?
Why? I don't know. Apparently not. He hasn't come out with a book in how many years? 5. So
well, it was so the Jon Snow Targaryen theory was. I mean, it's been a theory for a long time.
It's all been confirmed, though, right? With the show. Cousin loving, is that it? Is that what it is now?
No, it's his aunt. But
it's just a bad show.
I think.
How many hours did we put into it? It would have been how many episodes per season? 10?
It's been 10 until this. No, last season had 7 too, didn't it?
I don't know. That's at least
so 50 hours through season 5, and then another 14, so 64 hours.
64 hours.
Well, more than, because some episodes were longer. So you're talking probably 70 hours.
I mean, I guess I put that much time into Skyrim, and I haven't really got a. But that's different. Video games and shows.
Yeah.
But like. I don't know what point I'm trying to make. The point I'm making is Game of Thrones really disappointed me. They just really screwed up bad.
All right, this video, I gotta switch over. Oh, you probably didn't even see these hats. That's the safari hat we were talking about.
Yeah.
This is called Don't Mess with Texas. Oh, yeah. This is stupid. This is after Harvey. An Escalade that got turned into a monster truck.
Come on, baby.
And he's just pulling what looks to be like some sort of military vehicle out of the just shared all over though. I did see a video where some guy was going around in one of these big trucks, and I think so they needed 2 of them. What?
Just finally, monster truck time to shine.
Yeah, pretty much.
We finally found a reason for these vehicles to exist.
But there's one where the video just starts abruptly. You don't really see what's going on, but the guy finally gets like out of water, and a cop yells at him to get down, and the cop tells him to basically stop doing like whatever he's doing. And I mean, he's helping people, and this cop's just on a huge ego trip. I meant to show it earlier when we were doing the First Amendment stuff, but you were being a little bitch about liking the cop videos. So
they're not great.
But this cop is just like going crazy about. I don't know. Let's see if I can find it. RV cop monster truck. I don't know if I'll be able to find it. Yeah, so it's not even a monster truck. This was it. I do remember seeing.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll watch this in 2 minutes.
I'm so excited for that 3DS.
Vehicle? Yes, I need you to come down here. For what? Because I said so!
He's like, I need you to come down here. He says, why? Because I said so.
It's a good reason.
So immediately, this guy is super fucking triggered.
He's so grouchy. What do you need? Climb on down. What do you need? I want you to climb on down. I want to look at your identification. I don't have anything. Come on down. Come on
Super
down
fucking
right now, or you're not going
power
to be
trip here.
What is this vehicle?
So it's weird. It's not like an actual car. It looks like a monster truck, but instead of having like a cabin, it's like a pontoon boat.
Huh.
Not a pontoon boat, but you know how a pontoon boat's just a platform with
yeah.
a fence around it kind of thing? That's pretty much what this is.
Oh, man. That can't be street legal.
So you can't hear it right now, but that's what he's talking about. Like, it's a liability, blah, blah, blah. But I feel like probably during a hurricane and flooding, like, is probably not the best time when this guy's like going out and helping people.
Yeah, it's hard.
Because at the end of it, he talks about how like, well, I'm taking these people home, and he's like, yeah, fine, do what you gotta do. Like, just if he's helping people, what's really the harm in it? He's on a road. He's not going through people's property.
Yeah, I mean, but it's a public road. Laws still apply, I guess. This thing isn't street legal, probably. So.
I don't like it getting running thin because my house is flooded too. And I've got to be out here helping people. I appreciate that you're here, but we've had enough. All right.
But we've had enough.
Drop this lady off at her house. Yeah, that's fine. We'll take care of everybody that's on here, okay?
There's like, there's a tool that helps people during a disaster, and we're not allowed to use it.
Yeah, but how much is that? If that is just like this dude is just super stoked he gets to drive his big pontoon
so if
boat.
it's helping people during a disaster,
I guess so.
I
don't know. Because what happens when that thing just runs over a car? Well, I don't know. It's a liability. This thing's not street legal. It's against the law.
Laws. Sure, yeah. It's probably against the law.
I don't know. I mean, I just see where they're coming from. Like, they can't just let it go. They can't be like, this is fine. Like, this is a giant pontoon boat on wheels.
It's probably also not legal to have a boat on a highway, but
yeah,
like a boat is not a licensed vehicle to be operating on any of these roads. But I guarantee a kayak going by is not gonna, or any sort of boat that's helping people, probably not gonna be stopped and say this isn't legal, go home.
What do you want from me? It's tough. Should the rule of law
So-
still exist in a flood zone, or should it not?
I guess my issue with the video is just how much of an asshole the cop.
Yeah,
would
he's
be.
kind of a jerk about it.
Yeah, and sure it's definitely not road legal. He's helping people, just let him go by.
Yeah,
you're gonna overlook so many unlawful things in a disaster like that. Is that really one you want to fight? I wouldn't, but I'm not a cop. So, all right, I think we're gonna wrap it up.
Sounds good.
All right, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment on the video. Can help us out, encourage new content, and
or don't.
Huh?
You don't want to see new content, don't encourage it.
Yeah, I guess if you really hate us, just don't do anything. Don't even dislike it, because if you dislike it, it still helps us. So if you don't like it, don't even dislike. If you moderately kind of got some enjoyment out of it, but you don't want to give it a thumbs up, give us a dislike.
If you dislike us, just do what you've been doing through the rest of the show, which is not commenting.
That's right. Yeah. Join the Discord. I've got the channel in the description and at the top of the screen. That way you can find out when I'm going live. I always post in there a couple of days beforehand, and then usually as soon as the stream starts up and I have a link. Also, we chat a little bit throughout the week as well. It's always fun. But that's all. I'll see you.
Bye.
See you, Curry.